Quick look at the lineup for the Padres here this afternoon. Everett Cabrera will lead it off. He'll be the shortstop. Right center fielder Tony Gwynn will bat second. It's Oscar Salazar at first base hitting third. The cleanup hitter is Chase Headley at third base. Edgar Gonzalez playing second base, batting fifth. The catcher is Henry Blanco hitting sixth. Drew Macias will be in right field this afternoon. He'll bat seventh. It's Luis Durango making his first career start. He'll be in left field batting eighth. And Edward Mujica making his second major league start. He'll be on the mound and batting ninth, 3-4 this year, 3.33 ERA. We're ready to go. Baseball time here. Final game of this three-game series to get it underway. First pitch, here's Ted Leitner.
That first pitch is swung on. It's a fastball, and it is foul back. And it is also courtesy of Sequan Casino. Sequan's all-you-can-eat prime rib buffet, only $10, featuring over 100 delicious choices. Awesome desserts at Sequan. Chris Young on the 0-1. Fouls it on back from Edwin Mujica. Pumps fastball to start this ball game out. Young 2 for 8 in the series, ended a 5-game hitting streak yesterday. As Stephen Drew on deck extended his to 8. The Venezuelan, second major league start. He's made this club better. That's all I can say. Fastball, you're late. Popped up, coming on back. Out of play. It'll stay. No balls and 2 strikes. Not a bad day.
Not at all.
They've gone through the whole San Diego thing, America's finest city, and another terrible day in paradise and all that. I'm sure San Diegans have heard it, but it's true. It's true. 0-2 pitch on the way. Mujica. Fastball again. It's high. Young, low numbers. I don't think there's a leadoff man with these kind of numbers in baseball. 204 batting average and a 305 OBP, on base percentage. Awful. The 1-2 is in the air. That'll be on the infield. That'll be Edgar Gonzalez coming in with the shortstop. Everett Cabrera about 15 feet straight behind the mound. Shortstop has the ball. We're underway. 1 gone to Petco Park.
Edward hasn't gotten into that starter's mentality yet. A lot of starters in the clubhouse before they approach the mound are pretty reclusive. They sit to themselves. They have their headphones on, go over the scouting report. Edward was bouncing around the clubhouse like always and being very talkative and just kind of being himself, I guess.
Always see him out in the hallway by the, whatever they call that, the lounge, the family lounge. And his family's always around him. He's out in the hall talking with them. This is good. If you can do that and then focus on this, just turn the switch, well, you're better than most. Pitch outside, ball 1. You try that with David Wells or Kevin Brown when they were Padres. You rip your lips off or get them ripped off, swing and a miss by Stephen Drew.
Yeah, look at some pitchers the wrong way when they're starting and they give you that death stare.
Oh, incredible. Just, you can always tell the ones that grow the beard. If they grow a beard between starts because they want to feel nasty, stay away. Stay away. Fastball outside. 2-1. What Jake Peavy would do is what he got from a friend of his, which was to rub some what they call atomic bomb, BALM, really hot stuff that gets into the muscle and so forth. The 2-1 is in the air, fouled on straight back to our left. And Jake would put that in his supporter.
Oh.
And it made him very nasty,
agitated,
uncomfortable, and then he would take it out on the batter. Perfect. Just perfect. Clemens taught him that. The 2-2 fouled out of play. I would have thought he had plenty of rage, if you get my drift, without that. But I digress. Edward Mujica, Mujica, 6'2", 215. Valencia, Venezuela, where he was born. This one will be a ground ball, backhanded. Oscar Salazar, another Venezuelan on this ball club at first base. On the cover, Mujica. That's the second out here in the top of the first.
Everybody talking before the ball game today, saying Adrian Gonzalez just getting a day. He's got a little bit of a shoulder issue, but he is available to pinch hit. And with the tough left-hander, Doug Davis going, a good day to get Oscar Salazar some at-bats.
So Mujica, appearance number 65 after Gregerson tied him yesterday with the most on the staff, and now he in that second major league start. Takes the ball overall for the 65th time. Did well against the Rockies Friday. Pitch count's been increased toward 80. He delivers outside, ball 1. Usually works quicker than this. A long look in for him. Well, 1-0. It's outside. He's gone with a couple of curveballs after nothing but fastballs to Young and Drew. Matched up with De La Rosa in the Friday game. 4 innings, the 2 hits. That's all. They were singles. Big swing and a miss by Justin Upton. Hate to say this, but they've handled him in this series, bringing his average down to an even 300. Now 1 for 8 with a walk. 2 out, nobody on, no score. Pitch, swing and a miss, chasing that fastball. Show him a little curve, come back with the fastball. I think he cut that fastball also at 88 miles an hour. Marlins over the Cardinals, 4-0 in the 5th. Underway. Pittsburgh gets a run. They lead the Dodgers 1-0 in the 2nd in L.A. 2-2 pitch to Upton. Missed outside. Came back with the fastball. Those are the only 2 that are underway in the National League. Most tonight, Minnesota leads Cleveland 7-3 in the 8th. That's in the Metrodome. New ballpark coming, Minnesota. 3-2. Line shot past the dive of Cabrera. That's a base hit. That may roll in the gap there for 2. He's going to try for 2, that's for sure. Up and throwing Durango. There's a pop-up slide and a double for Justin Upton. 2 gone in the 1st. Gosh, he hits the ball when he hits it really hard. We noticed that.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, he got that on the sweet spot. Guided it right past Everett Cabrera, diving it short and into the gap.
BH Gold Insurance, not an insurance company, an independent insurance agency finding you and me the best companies to be with the best claim service and the lowest premium at BH Gold in San Diego. Here's Miguel Montero. Behind the plate and in the cleanup spot. All 3 games, takes a strike. Lorenzo Bundy, he's the coach at first base. I'm thinking Lamar Lundy of the fearsome foursome of the Los Angeles Rams. That's a nice reference there, Ted. Thank you. Chip Hale's at third base.
We haven't given him a Whoa Bundy yet today.
That's right. Those of you who watched Married with Children, whoa, Bundy. Scoreless, 1-1 on the way. Big rip at a fastball. That fastball's getting up there pretty quickly. They're not getting around on it. A ball and 2 strikes. Montero 1 for 8 in the series, but also a 3.01 average. Durango in his major league debut. He's very fast. Hope you get a chance to hear him in this case. Watch Run the Bases, or if you have a radio here, see him. Gwynn in center. Those guys can cover some ground. Macias in right, who's a solid outfielder himself. There's the 1-2 right down the middle. Strike 3 call. Montero looking. Mojica sharp. Think about him in spring training with Stauffer and Wade LeBlanc and some others. If Correa returns and maybe Mojica is a starter next year, that bullpen's certainly solid without him, and even better with him. The double by Upton, they leave a man to the Diamondbacks. Padres coming to bat, Double X 1090. San Diego Padres Radio Network. Bottom of the first, Everett Cabrera will lead off for the San Diego Padres. Had the blue tops on, now have the white on white, which has been the norm here for the homestand. Only the one time the blue tops. That wasn't a win, so forget that. Pitch to Cabrera's in there, strike from the left-hander Doug Davis. Out of Sacramento, California, living now in Scottsdale, Arizona. 6'4", 213. That hesitation by the lefty and a foul back out of play.
That's two straight pitchers now with that hesitation just before the ball is delivered. Dan Herron does it. Dan kind of hangs the leg up at a 90-degree angle just before he releases, and Davis just dangles that leg in front.
Cabrera, of course, on the right side, the switch hitter will check swing on the fastball high. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. He's not hit here. 1 for 8 in the series. At 258. On base percentage, a solid 348. A little above the major league average. Davis is 1-2. The big curveballs outside. He's got about everything he'll throw at you. This is a very young, inexperienced lineup against him today as he tries to bounce back from that start at home against Milwaukee. 3 innings, 11 hits, and 5 earned runs. Shortest outing of the year. 2-2 pitch on the way. There's the breaking ball again. Grounded on the left side, deep in the hole. Drew. Backhand, fast runner, high throw. That's off the base by the stands. It will not be an extra base, but it will be. It should be an infield single, even with the high throw. And Cabrera's aboard.
As soon as that ball gets into the hole, there's no chance to get Everett Cabrera the way he's really starts out of that box. He digs hard on everything that he hits on the ground and does not take anything for granted, and would have beaten that throw, in my opinion.
I would agree to that, with that. So he's on. He's got the speed. He leads the club in stolen bases, as you know. He has 23. He gets another one, or any Padre gets a bag. It's the McDonald's Steal a Meal, and Sean Ricketts would be the winner of McDonald's $25 gift card and a pair of tickets, all courtesy of McDonald's and the new McCafe Espresso coffees. Indulge for less and enter, as Sean did. XX1090.com. McDonald's Steal a Meal. Tony Gwynn. Throw to first. Right on the bag. I think my voice is changing. Usually say right after the bar mitzvah, and it's 60. When you start to talk like that. This happened to me. Sorry. Davis comes set. That glove about chest high, he'll throw it on over again. He has Cabrera's attention.
It's one of my favorite Brady Bunch episodes of all time. Peter Brady's voice was changing. They were doing the little singing group, and
pitch bunted by Tony Gwynn, taken at first base. Long underhand, and just in time, Ojeda on the cover. Smart second baseman coming over to cover there. Davis was not going to get there. Well, Tony's got a bunt down, and he did not get 2 the other day, and it really ticked him off despite a 3-hit day. So that'll go Allen to Ojeda.
We'll get credit for his sacrifice, but that was a bunt for a base hit.
I mean, I know it's hard to get in a guy's mind, but in the first inning, he's not sacrificing. But the scorers always do that and give it to him. Sacrifice 3-4. Not something to see every day. Salazar takes a pitch, fastball outside corner for a strike.
You know, Tony can consistently do that too, to drag that ball past the mound on the right side. It's going to be tough to throw him out, especially if it gets past the pitcher at the mound.
Salazar making his 3rd start at first base, with Adrian sitting down. Pitch inside. A ball 1-1. He's had the 4 starts in left, and the 3 in right, plus the 1 at second base. Curveball, foul back by the right-hand hitter, former Baltimore Oriole. Before that, Detroit Tigers. As you know, in the Clay Meredith deal. Has been a pinch hitter twice, unsuccessfully in this series as he gets his first start. Glenn Hoffman, third base coach. Rick Renteria, first base for Buddy Black. The boys don't have to leave after the day game. That's good. Delivering that breaking ball again, and it's high. 2-2.
A chance to get home and pack a little bit and prepare for the 10-game road trip.
What a way to end it up.
How about that?
Woo! And then back for one homestand. Dodgers, Giants in that order. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fastball a little bit low. Very close, Oscar. Facing Doug Davis for the first time. Has Chase Headley on deck with 1 out, no score. Cox Communication Studios. Smack dab behind home plate. Little ways back at Petco Park. Bringing you baseball since 2004. Davis on the payoff pitch. Checked. Taken. Strike 3 called. 2 gone. Cabrera at second. There's Chase Headley batting right-handed, of course, like Cabrera, against the lefty Davis.
Fans, don't miss a chance to win a shirt off a player's back presented by Sequan Casino. For your chance to win a jersey from a Padre player or coach, purchase a $1 scratch-off ticket at your next Padre game from a guest service representative, the guest service centers, or at the Padres ticket office lobby on non-game days. All proceeds benefit the Padres Foundation.
So Davis, 3 straight starts with 3 earned runs allowed. And then, as mentioned, the 5 the last time out at home against the Milwaukee Brewers. Pitch on the way. Fastball, Doug Davis, taken for a strike. Cubs and Brewers tonight, right?
Correct.
In Chicago. Nice short trip for the Brewers. Remember last year when they had to play those home games? Cubs played those games in Milwaukee. That was good. That was good. Astros were not happy. Not happy about it. In there, strike.
That was a series that Zambrano threw the no-hitter against the Astros.
Cub fans, I mean, come on. They show up here.
Yep.
A 3-hour flight away, which is going to be like with an hour drive. It wasn't hardly fair. It became a Cub home game in Milwaukee. 0-2 pitch. That's inside. Headley 3 for 9, 3 RBI in the series. Best he's done of late. 58 on the runs batted in, 11 home runs. Outfield straightaway, Parra left. Chris Young in center, Upton right. Very good athletic outfield on a very poor overall defensive club. Them Diamondbacks. There's the breaking ball swung on and foul tip held by Montero. Back-to-back strikeouts after Cabrera got the sacrifice, so to speak, to second base. The Padres will leave a man, as did the Diamondbacks after their 2-out double by Upton. That is an inning. That's scoreless. That's Double X 1090 and the San Diego Padres Radio Network. Mark Reynolds won the ball game last night. He'll lead it off here in the top of the second. It is scoreless. It's a breaking ball outside. That's the slider from Edward Mojica. Fastball. Keith Bell, home run. Laser to the left, his 42nd. Trailing Albert Pujols, the the National League leader. Pitch outside the ball. 1-1. 5 behind Pujols, who's second in batting, first in home runs, second in RBI. Wow. Fastball outside.
Will probably be first in MVP voting.
That would be a good guess, sure. He's not going to win the batting title because he's way behind Hanley Ramirez. That's done and done for the most part. Whether Ramirez hits or gets hurt or not, it will still be done. Fastball again on the outside corner for a strike. As mentioned, scoreless 5, 6, 7 batters for the Diamondbacks, followed by Parra and Allen after Reynolds. Pitch on the way. Fastball foul back. No triple crown for Albert. Guess of the batting title situation. Would have been fitting because the last guy to do it in the National League was in St. Louis Cardinal, Lucky Medwick, in 1937. Can you imagine? No triple crown since 37. The 2-2. There's another swing and a miss. The Major League Baseball strikeout leader and strikeout champion, if that's the word, from last year, when he got the 204, most of all time, now has 197 this year.
Imperial Capital Bank has put its customers first for 35 years by offering savings, checking, and money market accounts that suit your needs. Imperial Capital Bank, the bank that cares about you. Member FDIC.
Gerardo Parra, good-looking young player. Three for 5 in game 1. Sat yesterday. First pitch to the left-hander. Foul back out of play.
They've had a lot of success bringing guys up from Double-A. That gentleman that just struck out, Mark Reynolds, came straight from Double-A, and Gerardo Parra also coming straight from Double-A.
Batting .294, 5 home runs, and off the end of the bat to his left at third base, Headley. With the set throw and 2 gone. Scoreless in the second inning. I mentioned Andy earlier in the week that Mark Reynolds, with a 197 now and a 204 last year, has now struck out in the last 2 years more than Joe DiMaggio did in his entire career. I forgot to tell his former teammate, Terry Coleman, who's going to go, I knew that. I should have. So I assumed that. Because Jerry always mentions that one year where DiMaggio struck out 13 times.
That's it.
That's ridiculous. Big swing power hitter, hitting 30 bombs. That's ridiculous. Here's the breaking ball. To the other rookie, left-handed Brandon Allen at first base. A swing and a miss.
600 at bats, 550 at bats, 13 strikeouts.
Just crazy. Mojica delivers way out in front and way foul down the right field line.
Reynolds has that in a series or 2 series.
Oh, yeah. You're not even exaggerating. It's a fact. Absolute fact.
When he hits 42 home runs, you kind of look the other way.
And that's what he says. He says, I don't care about strikeouts. I help this club win. And he's right. But it's still, Mark, a lot. The 0-2. Fastball missed outside. Allen 3 for 8 in the series, but a 219 start. Playing in his 23rd game. 1-2 by Mojica. Got in on him. It's foul behind Bundy. Best psych ag on Married with Children. When they always Ed O'Neill played the guy, but Al Bundy always talked about his foot odor. He got on the airplane. They were going on vacation, and he takes his shoes off, and the oxygen mask fell out throughout the entire plane. Fastball. Allen, swing and a miss, strike 3. Mojica just as sharp, if not sharper than he was in that terrific 4 innings of 2-hit shutout ball Friday against the Rockies. He comes here, strikes out 2, 3 for the game, and they go in order then, Diamondbacks. In the middle of the second at Petco Park. No score, XX 1090. San Diego Padres Radio Network. Edgar Gonzalez, first pitch swinging. Fouls it back here. Bottom of the second. Ted Leitner, Andy Mazer, and no score. You missed nada. Nothing at all. One hit apiece, that's it. Edgar starting in right yesterday. Second base today. Jet swing outside. From the lefty, Doug Davis, California native. Slider, curve, change. That was the changeup. Fastball, they'll sink it, cut it, do everything. The 1-1 pitch on the way. That's straight away, high, not that deep in center field. Chris Young, first chance for him. Moving to his left, makes the one-hand grab. I've never seen Chris Young use two hands, ever. Another thing Jerry will be sure you're mentioning.
As you're listening to the broadcast today, feel free to send us an email, mypadres at bcaradio.com, mypadres at bcaradio.com. Your comments and questions, we'll try to answer those comments and those questions on the air during the broadcast today.
Henry Blanco swinging a miss. Henry loves that first pitch, big time. 1 for 5 in the series. About due for the long ball, sitting on 5 for a while. Way back in August. Doug Davis, Texas Rangers, Toronto for a year, then Milwaukee Brewers for 3.5 years. Thereabouts. Third season with the Diamondbacks, end of his 3-year contract. Delivers outside to Henry. Works fairly rapidly, quicker than Mojica has been moving in terms of the pace of the game. Delivering outside. 2-1.
There was some talk that Davis may end up back with the Brewers before the trade deadline and then even after the waiver deal line. But here he is, pitching with the Diamondbacks.
He wants another 3-year deal, he said. 2-1. The changeup, swung on a miss. Marlins in St. Louis, 4-0. Florida in the 6th. Still 1-0 Pittsburgh over the Dodgers, who won again in their last at-bat. And another walk-off in the 13th. Fly ball center. Young on the move. A 6 slide. No! Off the glove. Backing him up there, holding him to the longest single of this homestand for sure, is Henry Blanco. Because Parra was right there to back him up. Young sold out. Full extension dive coming in, but missed it. So Henry has the base hit. The second against Doug Davis. It'll bring on the left-hand swinging Drew Macias.
Young did not get a good break on that ball, and then took a big divot out there in center field. Hopefully he'll have the courtesy to replace that divot. And you're right, a very long single. Heads up by Parra. You don't see a lot of left fielders ranging over when you have a center fielder of the quality of Chris Young. You figure he's going to get to everything.
He didn't get much power, but I'll tell you what, we see enough of him to know he's terrific. Drew Macias, first pitch swinging him. Also, fastball, foul back. Scoreless in the second. Cox Communication Studios. Drew Macias, back and forth, 5 times called up from Portland. He didn't mind that. It's the return flights that are kind of not so much fun. Fastball strike. 0-2.
Well, it says PDX on the ticket. He does not want any part of it.
PBX?
PDX, I believe, is
Portland?
Portland, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
I believe that's correct.
Haven't gone in there in a while either. The 0-2. Slow ground ball first base. That is going foul. Less than halfway up the first base line. Last time I went to Portland was when the Padres played at the end of spring training. Had a game up there. I'll never forget. Josh Barfield was the most ballyhooed prospect at the time, and he played second base that day for Portland. And threw away. Had a 2-out ground ball hit to him. Threw it away. And the Padres tied in the 9th. And we played extra innings in an exhibition game. And I thought, so that's the top prospect, huh? Great. Thanks a lot, Josh. Sat Davis, the 0-2. That's the curveball outside. And Josh came up. He had a really solid rookie year. Showed some power, better range than people thought. But the arm was just what we saw. It was bad. It was a rag arm. He did not get Jesse Barfield's throwing arm, his dad, who could just throw peas from the outfield. The 1-2 breaking ball, again fouled on the lower stands, third base side. Macias has actually had 3 at-bats in his earlier call-ups against Doug Davis. Scored a second inning. 1 on, 1 gone. 1-2 on the way. The slow curve, taking strike 3 call. That was just nasty. Gets his 3rd strikeout to the 8th spot in the major league debut, which was at the plate yesterday. Luis Durango. He grounded out. This is his major league starting debut.
Kids, circle Sunday, October 4th on your calendar, as the Padres take on the Giants here at 105. It'll be the final game of the 2009 season. All kids 14 and younger take home a Padres school set presented by Scholar Share College Savings Plan managed by Fidelity Investments. Get your tickets today and do that at Padres.com.
Davis' 4th start against the boys this year. Pitch on the way to Durango, outside, ball 1. Great name. Gunslinger. Or car, whatever.
Endorsement deals.
Luis Durango. Switch hitter. 1-0 pitch, batting right-handed, got a bunt down. Davis will chase after it. He'll flip at the second base and threw it away. Rolling down the right field side. On the way to third base, Henry Blanco. Glenn Hoffman coming all the way down the line to hold Hank at third. On the error. Like we said, this Diamondback defense, it ain't much. Only the Nationals are worse in terms of number of errors. So Durango gets a nice bunt pushed on the right side. Give him a bunt single. And then thrown away for the error. And the Padres has some life here, though it is going to be Mujica at the plate with 2nd and 3rd and 2 out. I know what you're thinking. A walking ad for the DH.
That is such an effective play for a guy with wheels. Want that ball, make the pitcher bounce off the mound. It's kind of in that no man's land between the first baseman, second baseman, and pitcher. And it's going to have to be a hurried throw.
Quick grab by Davis, shuffled over there. Missed it entirely. Little sideways flip. It got there when the ball got there. No chance at all on the cover. So now all Davis has to do is get Mujica, and he's out of it. And the error will be no damage. Davis, full windup with the runners off 2nd and 3rd. Mujica, bad swing and a miss. Arizona leads the series. Their 9 wins to the Padres 5. 0-1 pitch, fouled at the plate by Mujica. He actually had a couple of hits, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's 2 for 4 in the year. Only had 1 at-bat in that start on Friday and flied out then. The 0-2 here. Ground ball. Just foul at first base. That would have been special. But it's foul. So Blanco back to 3rd. Durango to 2nd base. Padres, as mentioned, out of here tomorrow to Pittsburgh. About 4-hour flight right there. Starting their last road trip of 2009. The curveball delivered and fouled again. Edward doing a nice job to foul it off, put it in play on the third base side. Padres, as I mentioned, will be in Phoenix. Pittsburgh, Denver, Phoenix, the last road trip. See these guys again. The 0-2 pitch on the way to second base. Backing up, one hop Ojeda to a step on the grass at second and makes the play. Edward just battled. Nicely done, but no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. Padres are done with 2 innings here in Game 3, trying to avoid the sweep, obviously. Other side trying to be the sweeper. No score, double X 1090. San Diego Padres Radio Network. Top of the third in Petco Park. Beautiful day for baseball. Not literally a cloud in the sky. Beautiful down here in the gas lamp in downtown. Little light breeze out the right. Doesn't appear to be able to help the left-handed pull hitters too much. Arizona Diamondbacks and the Padres. Opening up that 4-game series in Pittsburgh. That's a wraparound Friday through Monday, then on to Denver and the Rockies. And then the D-backs. For a 3-game series, 25, 26, 27 at Chase Field. The ballpark to be named later in Phoenix. Was Bank 1, now Chase. But they still have a mascot called Bobcat. It's a Bobcat.
It is.
Called Baxter.
Called Baxter.
And it was a Bobcat because of B.O.B. Bob for Bank 1, but it's not Bank 1. First pitch swinging. Oh, hey, da. Fly ball center field here in the top of the third. Tony Gwynn coming on in. You see those sunglasses reflecting. You need him today. He makes the grab. One away after the double by Upton. The only hit so far off Mujica. 5 in a row retired by the right-hander from Venezuela. Here is the pitcher. Left-handed pitching, right-handed swinging, Doug Davis. Diamondbacks flying home after this one, about an hour or so, to Sky Harbor Airport, we're very familiar with. They have 3 with the Rockies and 3 with the Giants on their homestand. Pitch outside by Mujica to Davis, ball 1. 135 hitter, 7 hits, 3 RBI, better than most. Davis takes a strike. 1-1. Northgate High in Northgate, California. That's where he went to school. Little baseball, football star there. Swing and a miss. Really a big miss of 1 and 2. Then went to Diablo Valley College and then City College of San Francisco, Doug Davis. Drafted by the Texas Rangers. Slow ground ball, backhand. Just off the mound on the grass there, third base side by Mujica. Makes the throw. 2 gone. On to Oscar Salazar. Padre Baseball brought to you by San Diego's new Mitsubishi dealer, but not a new dealer. Since 1950, Marvin K. Brown, and now in addition to Cadillac and GMC and Buick, etc. Marvin K. Brown Mitsubishi in Mission Valley's Auto Circle. Heath Bell feels bad. And like you said, well, if it was, 3, but they were over a period of time, but it was 3
in a row.
And he says he doesn't feel tired. Thinks he has good stuff. Just one of those deals. Pitch to Chris Young, blowing outside. Of course, in his defense, if that check swing is called differently.
Oh, by Jerry Crawford.
By Jerry Crawford, and the replay showed that he swung. The game's over. He doesn't blow that save on Friday. That's a rather large factor. The 1-0 in there strike, but it's at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what closers are all about. It wipes out everything that came before. That's why they get the big bucks.
He is now a clean-shaven Heath Bell.
Mm-hmm. 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. That last out, getting that last out. Earl Weaver used to, because Jim Palmer used to just wear him out. And they had a meeting one time, and then Earl Weaver, who played like, double-A ball or whatever before he became a manager, and a great manager, but not a much of a player. And he was having a meeting one time, and he said, let me tell you something. I never made the last out of a ball game. And you shouldn't either. Get out there, work that thing, keep the line moving. Should never. And then he repeated it again. I never made the last out. And Jim Palmer called out, that's because they pinch hit for you. That's great. That's why you couldn't make the last out. I mean, they used to give each other such heck. Here is a slow ground ball. Third base, first pitch swinging. Stephen Drew, Headley, over to Salazar. That's that. Drew, the 8-game hitting streak, is now grounded out twice. Mujica gives up the single. Leaves a man for the second time after the 2 hits by Arizona. That was the Geico 15th out of the game in the 15 minutes. You could save 15% on car insurance. Visit them at geico.com or call 1-800. scoreless. Haven't missed a thing. Top of the order, Everett Cabrera will lead off for the second time this game, followed by Tony Gwynn and Oscar Salazar against lefty Doug Davis of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Looking for his 8th win to 13 losses. Fastball is outside. But $3.99 will get you a contract. It might not be with Arizona, but he'll get a contract. And it might not be 3 years, or the kind of money he got on the last extension. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Big swing and a miss.
One thing he does tend to do is eat up some innings. And more times than not, will take the ball every 5th day. He even came back way ahead of schedule from the cancer surgery.
Talk about a scare. The 1-1 on the way. Bunted at first base, hugging the line, nicely done. Again a slide by Davis, and leaves the ball on the ground. That speed, it forces errors, it puts pressure on the defense. And that's not an error, that's just a base hit again. Second consecutive infield single, this time with the bunt by Cabrera. Sit slide toward the first base line and had no chance even if he got it, meaning Davis.
Yeah, use your talents to your advantage. And it's great to see that Everett Cabrera is starting to expand a little bit at the plate there and is not afraid to lay down a bunt.
He's thinking Luis Durango here. Hey, Luis, I'm the leadoff guy
That's
here.
me, man.
Watch me. This is my job. Nothing like a little competition, you know what I mean? Here's Tony Gwynn, got credited with the sacrifice in the first. Scoreless, Cox Communications Studios. Petco moved to first. Davis has a good one. That's not it. Miguel at My Padres at BCARadio.com emails, what do you think of Luke, as in Gregerson, I'm assuming, being the Padres closer next year? Well, Miguel, they could sign Heath. Throw to first. Miguel Cabrera right back on the bag. But I think if Heath moves on over financial reasons, I would think Mike Adams would be first up.
Me too.
As they say in the NFL, next man up. Pitch on the way, the slow curve. Low this time to Tony Gwynn. Ball 1.
Well, they both have that devastating wipeout slider. And I think that Adams a little more battle tested.
Little more fastball velocity than Luke. We're close.
Yeah. Not a bad guy to have setting up, though.
Nice to have options for a change. The 1-0 line to center field. That's a base hit for Tony Gwynn. 1 for 1 plus the sacrifice. Cabrera goes to second. The first 2 aboard against Davis. Again, it was the 3rd inning where he got blown out and left with the bases loaded after getting hammered by Milwaukee. Here is Oscar Salazar in the 3 spot.
Padre Baseball being brought to you by National University Golf Academy in Carlsbad. Improve your golf game and earn a degree in professional golf management or sports psychology. Visit NUGolfacademy.org or call 877-NU-GOLF and the number 1.
Second time he's batted in the 3 spot, Oscar Salazar, with Adrian Gonzalez getting a rest. Pitch by Davis, fastball inside. Struck Oscar out looking in the first with a runner at second. No score. Diamondbacks get a sweep in Phoenix the last series. A win today gives them that again. 1-0 in the air. Right field fairly deep. Chance for Cabrera to tag. Upton's got a good arm though, makes the grab. Everett will go to third. They will have no chance. That'll be cut off. No throw to third. A productive out, at least from that standpoint, for Salazar. And the fly ball to right. Cabrera to third. Tony Gwynn holds at first. 1 gone for Chase Headley. Priority for tickets. You do your 2010 planning now, the season ticket wait list. It's a priority wait list. Just $75 per seat. You reserve your place in line ahead of the general public. It gives you access to the best seats available. And the $75 is good toward your purchase of a 2010 season ticket package. 619-795-5500. That's a separate line for the ticket office. Tony way off first on that pitch low and away. A throw down. Not in time. How's ball 1? Ooh, checking the baseball right there.
A little urgency from Mike McClinsky, the home plate umpire. He was out there yelling, hey, let me see that ball. That may have come from the Padres dugout.
Don't know. Wouldn't be the umpire's idea unless somebody asked. Headley struck out in that first also with a runner in scoring position. Another throw to first, 1 step. Tony Gwynn on the bag. Looks down at Glenn Hoffman, just claps his hands. Yells something out to his runner at third, Cabrera. This one will be a ground ball. Third base, Reynolds to his left to get the one to second, and back to return throw. Backhand pick in the dirt. No. Allen leaves it on the dirt. Coming on to score is Edward Cabrera. And the Padres have a 1-0 lead here after falling behind in the first two games. 1-0 Padres in the third. Headley, another run batted in. His fourth of the series.
And second that variety, too, beating out the return throw at first base with an ill-fated double play.
So they get the force on Tony Gwynn, 5-4. Headley on with the fielder's choice. Here is Edgar Gonzalez. I had to do a double take there. Always check your Gonzalez.
Yes.
Got to check it out.
In last series we had 3.
That's right. It's a very popular name in baseball. Throw to first again. Not close. Headley RBI 59. The other Gonzalez, the younger one, Adrian, leads with 86. Kuzminoff 84. They expect Kuz to be able to play this weekend in Pittsburgh. Edgar takes outside for ball 1.
Talked to Kuz in the clubhouse today, said that batting practice went well for him yesterday. He's itching to get back. He really is.
Starting to hit well, too. That's why it's a double shame. Pitch in the dirt, right in front of Montero. No advance from Headley.
That's the toughest part about it, too, that they have to sit out because those little calf strains can linger for a long time if you don't let it get healed up properly and completely. And then again, he does have the entire offseason to nurse it back to health, but you do have to be smart about it.
Megan Davis worked a little bit here. Grounded foul behind Rick Renteria at first base. This will be the 50th pitch, 5-0, way ahead of where he wants to be. Padres have worked the count well, and Davis has also missed. Little Adams family for you. Clap, clap. You just can't beat that one.
We'd hear that a lot of Mike Adams winning games late in the ballgame.
I get it. The 2-1 on the way. Just missed outside. And you're working at 3-1. Henry Blanco on deck if he keeps it alive here. Davis's 3-1 pitch. Way inside. Cut fastball. Way in though. Ball 4. This is his first walk. It will be Henry Blanco.
Hey, Padre fans, via Petco Park, Friday, October 2nd, as the Padres take on the San Francisco Giants at 7:05. Stick around after the game for the final 2009 Friday Fireworks Show presented by Padres Banking at Bank of America. Get your tickets today and do that at Padres.com.
Davis again, he's about 1.5 to 1. Not a good strikeout to walk ratio. So working his count is good, but you know Henry. After a walk, it doesn't matter. He's going to swing at that first pitch. He does and misses right through it. Henry will not take a pitch. 2 walks in a row, doesn't matter. He's hacking. The 0-1 on the way. He's hacking here with a fly ball to left. That's routine. Gerardo Parra, rookie set up, calling, and a 2-hand grab, and that's the threat. Padres get a run, though. Leave a pair for the second consecutive inning. They're left 5, but they have the lead. Left 5 in 3 innings after these 3. 1-0 Padres over the Diamondbacks. XX 1090, San Diego Padres Radio Network. first on the board, first 2 games of this 3-game series. Now, Justin Upton leads off, and the Padres have a lead for a change, trying to avoid the sweep. Edwin Mujica, so far, more than so good. Here's Andy Mazer.
First pitch, and Upton squared to bunt, takes it low and outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Upton a double. One of the 2 Diamondback hits here this afternoon. We're in the 4th, 1-0 Padres. Mujica, long look in, and now ready to go on his 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. It's outside again. 2 balls, no strikes. So Upton came in at an even 300. 24 home runs, 75 runs batted in. Does have a lifetime home run against Mujica. Here comes the 2-0 pitch now. And it's hit in the air foul, first base side. That will reach the upper deck, or at least try to, and no, it's in the bullpen. And it's 2-1. Mujica probably upwards of 80 pitches today, according to Buddy Black. Was on about a 60 pitch limit his first start, and got to 56 pitches. There's a line drive into right field. That's a base hit. So Upton has himself a 2-hit afternoon. Lead man aboard here for the Diamondbacks. Miguel Montero up next. Padres lead at 1-0. Upton with some speed over there at first base as well. 19 stolen bases, second on this team. The leader, believe it or not, is Mark Reynolds. 42 home runs and 23 stolen bases. Outfield shading Montero a little bit toward right, so there is a big gap in left center field. And the pitch, a high pop-up into shallow left field. Racing out now is Cabrera into foul territory, angling his body away from the sun, and he makes a nice catch. Tough grab in foul territory, kind of leaning back just to shade his eyes from the sun and block it out with his body. Makes a tough catch in foul territory for the first out.
Oh, he goes after those. He's something.
He sprints full speed.
That's the thing. So many things that he does well, and nobody really looks at stuff like that. But going back on pop-ups, straight back and over toward the line, his speed's ridiculous.
And it's an easier play for the shortstop coming over from the angle than it is for the third baseman, Chase Headley, to kind of backpedal and then turn his back. Cabrera has a view of the ball the entire time. Quick throw to first, Upton back in. Padres have a 1-0 lead, 4th inning, 1 away. And here is that aforementioned Mark Reynolds. Reynolds has won a couple of games here with home runs this year. And the pitch low. It's ball 1. A game that went 18 innings where Josh Wilson, the shortstop, had to come in and pitch. Reynolds took him deep over the right field scoreboard. That was a 3-run shot, and the Diamondbacks won that ball game in 18 innings. Another throw over to keep Upton honest. He'll dive back in. 1 ball, no strikes. Remains the count on Reynolds.
You know, Josh Wilson, the shortstop, was pitching, and I saw some highlights of him in Seattle, and he's been on the cable casts.
Yep.
He's made some unbelievable plays defensively. I didn't see that here at all.
Didn't have much of an opportunity, really. Pitch is inside, 2-0. And he was sharing time with Chris Burke when Everth Cabrera was out. And Buddy, for about a good week or so, went with Josh Wilson, and then he had to come in and pitch in that game. And we saw Josh in Seattle when we made the trip there for interleague play. And Josh, a likable guy. Thought he was going to get cut a couple of times from the Mariners. Pitch fouled straight back with authority and out of play, 2-1. He thought he was going to get cut, but then they traded Betancourt, and he stuck around. Good for him. 2 balls and 1 strike now, Mark Reynolds. Reynolds struck out. I know, not much of a shock for you there in the second inning. He's set for the 2-1. Here it comes, and that's right down the middle. Taken for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first is Upton. Crowd trying to get into it here. The 2-2 pitch forthcoming from Edward Mujica. He sets right at the belt. And a quick throw to first. Close. But back in safely is Upton. Upton doing the smart thing as a base runner, diving toward the outfield side of the bag, make it a eyelash longer of a time for the glove to get to him from Oscar Salazar, holding on the front part of the bag. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Again, another throw over. And close attention to Justin Upton at first base, and with good reason. In a one-run game, 1-0 Padres in the fourth. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Second time Reynolds has gone down on strikes. Fourth strikeout for Mujica. And now with 2 away, that's going to bring up Gerardo Parra.
Torrey Pines Bank has a special banking program for 501c3 organizations. If you're a CFO for a nonprofit, you'll want to call the Torrey Pines Bank at 858-523-4600. Find out more on how your nonprofit can generate more cash through the bank's nonprofit banking program. Torrey Pines Bank.
Parra grounded to third his first time up. It is 1-0 Padres. We're in the fourth. 2 away, man at first. And there goes Upton. It's a pitch out. Blanco's throw down to the bag is in time. They got him. They guessed right on the pitch out. And a perfect strike from Henry Blanco to Everett Cabrera covering the bag. And they nailed Justin Upton. Inning over. No runs on a hit, none left. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's the Padres 1 and the Diamondbacks 0. This is Padre Baseball, XX 1090 in the San Diego Padres Radio Network. First pitch to Drew Macias here in the fourth inning. Foul on the plate, third base side. No balls and 1 strike. Macias in the 7th spot here today. 1-0 Padres, bottom 4. And now Doug Davis ready to deliver on the 0-1. Here it comes. And it is low for ball 1. Count is even. Macias took a called third strike his first time up. Davis with a 1-1. And it's a pop-up on the right side in foul territory. Heading over near the dugout now, Montero. They'll converge with the first baseman, but it'll fall into the dugout, then come back out onto the field of play. So a foul, 1-2 is the count now on Drew Macias.
Corey, emailing mypadresbcradio.com. What happened to Brian Giles? He's still hurt.
Yes, he is.
On the DL. The 60, as I recall.
He did. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
And they report no real progress with the knee.
Too bad. I'd like to have been able to see him go out.
Me too.
Tip his cap to this crowd and play.
1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. It's still a possibility. I mean, they do have 1 spot available on the 40-man roster right now, and the rosters have expanded. The Padres do wind up the season here at home. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Doug Davis to Drew Macias. It's low, it's full, 3-2. Padres run came in the 3rd inning. Chase Headley drives in the run with an RBI fielder's choice ground out. And that's it to this point. Here's a 3-2 offering now to Drew Macias. Dribbler foul first base, right past Rick Renderia in the coaching box at first base. Padre Baseball being brought to you by Cabot Stains. You'll find heritage, pride, and commitment in every can. Their performance is legendary. Cabot Stains. Davis with a full count pitch to Drew Macias on the way. And Macias takes it low for ball 4. Lead man aboard. Macias draws the walk. Here comes Luis Durango, who collected his first big league hit with a bunt single to the right side. And he'll come up now with a man at first and nobody out. 1-0 Padres in the 4th. Luis is a switch hitter. And from the right side against the veteran left-hander Doug Davis. He has a birthday coming up next week. He'll be 34. Here's the pitch. Again bunted. This time back to the mound. Davis with one play at first. It's close, but they get him.
Fast, huh?
Wow, is he fast.
Wow.
I mean, the next thing you know, the ball is bunted. I look at the ball being picked up by Doug Davis in front of the mound. And there's this streak of white jersey just flying past the first base bag, and it was a close play. Davis almost had a little bit too much indecision whether or not to throw towards second or even look at second. And he got him by a step if he got him. Down to second base goes Macias on the sacrifice. And now Mujica grounds one toward third. A nice stop there by the bag by Reynolds. He'll throw across after looking the runner Macias back to second base. And out 2 away with that runner at second. And back to the top of the order for Everth Cabrera. So not a bad little starting debut for Luis Durango with a hit and sacrifice.
For up to 70% off on HD TVs, electronics, TVs, furniture, supplies, groceries. They got designer fashions and more at GTM discount stores in Santee and Lemon Grove. And you can click gtmstores.com for weekly specials and valuable coupons.
So here is Cabrera, 2 for 2. One of them a bunt single, the other an infield single. 1-0 Padres. Runner in scoring position. Pitch inside to Cabrera. 1 ball, no strikes. It's good to see guys like Durango coming up and realizing that, hey, their game is put the ball on the ground and run. Not trying to hit home runs. One nothing Padres. Here's the pitch outside. 2 balls, no strikes to Everth Cabrera.
Pete Rose used to have daily conversations with Gary Reedus. Stop hitting the ball in the air.
Yeah.
And Damian Jackson, his first time around, Bruce Bochy would tell him, you got to bunt. You got to use those wheels. And DJ just would not or could not do that.
Use what the good Lord gave you. The 2-0 is a strike called on the outside corner. It's now 2-1. This reminds me of the movie Major League, with Willie Mays Hayes coming up. Every time he hits a pop-up, you owe me 20 push-ups. That'll learn you.
Yep.
2-1 now, the count on Everth Cabrera. Big lead out there at second base by Macias. Now the 2-1. And Everett takes a strike, same spot. And it's 2-2. Davis not going to blow the fastball by you, but as Ted told you earlier, he just got a full arsenal. Cut it, sink it, slider, curve, change. 84 looks a lot more like 89 when it comes after one of those changeups. Here's the 2-2 pitch now to Everth Cabrera instead of whirl towards second.
One of the Arizona broadcasters who shall remain nameless to protect the guilty made a comment, didn't know his mic was on, remember?
Uh-huh.
And said, what the bleep that this guy throws. How's he get anybody out? Get on the air.
That's not good. Live microphone, always assume you are on the air.
Yeah. Or else. You better do something else for a living.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Cabrera. The overhand curve, a swing, and a foul at the plate. Came in and out of the glove of Montero. Cabrera just got a piece of it to stay alive. Miller Lite is proud to support the Padres in their 40th anniversary season. Miller Lite, great taste, less filling. 1-0. Padres lead, 4th inning. Run on 5 hits. No errors for the Padres. Diamondbacks, no runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. The set by Davis. The 2-2. Strike 3 call. Got him on the inside corner, and the inning has come to an end. Padres don't score, leave a man after 4. Padres 1, Diamondbacks nothing. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 in the San Diego Padres Radio Network. Padres have a 1-0 lead. We move to the top of the 5th inning. Andy Mazer joined by Jerry Coleman.
Yep, we're inching up there trying to get a run. Just can't quite get the hit, but we'll see what happens. We've got 5 innings to go.
Gerardo Parra will lead it off. First pitch from Mujica is right there for a strike, 0-1.
Well, Mujica's doing a pretty good job. What he's doing right now is impressing his manager, Bud Black, that, yes, I can start. We'll see what happens.
Here's the 0-1 from Mujica. Hit in the air foul, third base side. That will get out of play, and it's 0-2 now.
The one problem with the Padres is they have a very smart guy against them. Doug Davis knows what to do and how to set them up. So you got to overcome that, too.
It's always something, isn't it?
Yep. Well, smart pitchers. They've got a young club out there with the Padres, and they're having trouble.
Now the 0-2 to Parra, swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase went out of the zone. He's down on strikes. That is the 5th strikeout for Mujica. 1-0 Padres in the 5th.
Well, join your Padres and the San Diego County Office of Education in honoring the local teaching profession with Celebrate Education Night Friday, October the 2nd. That's one of the most important things in this world. Get these kids smart. Get them going. Get them rolling. Get them to think about things to do. I'll give you a number to call in just a minute.
Here's Brandon Allen. Strikeout victim his first time. 1-0 Padres. First pitch strike. That phone number?
And number is 619-795-5500. And believe me, you get further details than that, but that's so critical for this country. Get these kids going.
There's the 0-1 pitch. Popped up foul straight back, out of play. And it's no balls and 2 strikes now on the batter, Brandon Allen.
Imagine how I would have survived there sleeping in class all the time, you know. I wouldn't have the energy to go out and run around in circles. No, you got to get those kids going, get them thinking, get them talking about things.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
One of my favorite questions to kids is, what's your greatest weapon? My arm, my leg. No, it's your brain. And it is so true, so true.
1-0 Padres here in the 5th. There comes the 1-2 pitch. Popped up foul straight back and out of play.
Well, Mexico's done quite a job, no question about that. Pretty good ball. But when you get the Drew Upton, Montero, Reynolds, and that group, of course, Reynolds doesn't strike out much. You know, was he 2 from 200 now?
He strikes out a lot.
Oh boy! Well, he set a record last year, 204. He's going to break it this year.
Now the 1-2 pitch on the way to Brandon Allen. Here it comes. It's a ground ball, base hit, right field. 2 strikes on him. Gave him a fat one right down the middle. And Allen able to steer it into right field for a single, his first hit. And that will bring up Augie Ojeda. And a 1-0 Padre lead.
We kind of teased Reynolds about his strikeout, but you know what? He's got 23 stolen bases. A lot of RBI, nearly 100. So he's doing some things right, but if he could cut down those strikeouts in half, it'd be incredible.
Pittsburgh leading at LA 1-0. They are after 5 innings of play at Dodger Stadium. Another game going on right now has the Cardinals trailing at home to the Marlins 5-1. That is after 8 innings. One game going on in the American League. Actually, it's gone final now. Minnesota defeated Cleveland 7-3. Pitch is a called strike to Ojeda. No balls, 1 strike. Augie playing at second base today. Has been a key man off the bench for these guys over the recent years, especially when Orlando Hudson was playing for the Diamondbacks and getting hurt pretty much routinely every September.
Yeah, and then the Dodgers got him. He's healthy. Shows you what happens.
3-0-1, ground ball, fair ball inside the bag, down the right field line. Heading toward third now as Allen, his body scatter inside the Diamondbacks bullpen. A throw toward the plate now, not in time. Sliding in safely is Brandon Allen. A head first slide at home plate.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I was Bud Black, I would be furious because the entire Arizona pitching staff was in the way of getting to that ball. By the time they tracked it down, the guy scores. I think that's impossibly terrible.
That's going to be called and scored a triple and a run batted in.
Yeah, I know, but I'll tell you, you know what made the triple? The bullpen down there. They never got out of the way until the ball was on them.
And the ball got wedged right underneath a chair out there, and it was a real close play on a nice throw from Macias from right field. And a good hook slide, head first hook slide, if there is such a thing, at home plate by Brandon Allen to get in ahead of the throw. A triple for Ojeda. And now Davis lifts a shallow fly ball to left field, and calling and catching now is Cabrera. And the infield had come in, and Cabrera went back and made a nice play. So now 2 away. I might mention too, I didn't want to mention it before the at bat, but that was the first ever base hit for Augie Ojeda in this ballpark. In his career, he had been 0 for 34.
I mean, that's why he turned down all the trades to San Diego?
Apparently so. And he ends that skid with a triple down the right field line into the bullpen. Henry Blanco out with a word for Edward Mujica, now with 2 away.
That triple, you talk about threading the needle on the line down there past first base. Just made it by an Irish.
It kind of hugged the line and just jumped over the bag at first base.
Look at that bullpen. They got 25 guys down there, for heaven's sakes.
Now back to the top of the order for Chris Young with a runner at third and a tie game, 1-1. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 to Chris Young.
Yeah, Young's a dangerous hitter. Doesn't hit much, but when you throw a fastball over the plate, he can get a hold of it. So watch it.
Mujica from the stretch. And the 0-1 pitch fired outside. Fastball, 1-1. So Mujica now with a career high in innings pitched at 4 2/3, eclipsing the 4 1/3 that he threw the other day against the Milwaukee Brewers. That was the trade deadline night, July 31st. Here's the 1-1 pitch, swing and a foul right at home plate.
Well, they're talking today about 70 to 80. Number of pitches. He hasn't, been out there that much, and he's doing a pretty good job overall. Where is he now? 68. So maybe another inning after this if he gets through.
Want to get this guy right here.
Bullpen's going though.
Augie Ojeda, the go-ahead run, standing at third base, leading off in foul territory. The 1-2 pitch to Young. It's a pop-up foul straight back over our heads and out of play. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes.
There's an old timer there with a beard down to his knees. He brought his glove.
Nice.
How about that?
Ryan Webb is the guy throwing for the Padres in the bullpen. One of the 6'6" and over brigade out there.
We got a basketball team.
Here's the 1-2 line down the left field line, but out ahead of him. The foul ball and another nice grab in the stands.
Bare-handed. Heaven's sakes. We'll bring him on the team. What a play.
Screaming line drive. I don't think anybody really wanted any part of that, but that guy was
not afraid.
Right there to gather that one in. Nice job. 1-2 remains the count on Young. 1-1 game here in the 5th. And And the 1-2 pitch outside. Try to get him to fish. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I thought I caught the ball barehand, but it had a glove. First base was glove, so I'd have to take it back.
Mujica, long look in. Now comes set for his 2-2 pitch to Chris Young. And it's on the way. It's up and in. It's full, 3-2.
I'll tell you what, this is a better guy than the next guy who's left-handed. So here's the guy you want to get who doesn't hit much, hitting .204 starting the game. All the way up to .205 now.
Young 1 for 2 in the game. Singled his last at bat. Popped to short the first time up. 3-2 the count. Ojeda at third with 2 outs. 1-1 game. Mujica's pitch. Line toward left and deep. Backing up Durango. Still going back. Watches it clang off the wall. Run's going to score as Ojeda crosses the plate. Moving into second base now is Young with an RBI double. And the Diamondbacks have scored 2 in the inning and now lead 2-1.
Well, those are the kind of guys you should let get to you, and they did.
2-hit night, or afternoon that is, for Chris Young. Drives in his 38th run of the year. And he stands at second base now in scoring position, and Buddy Black is on the way out to the mound. Probably figures that Mujica, even though he's at 73 pitches right now, losing a little steam off the fastball. And location is always a worry when a pitcher starts to get tired. So Buddy will have a conversation quickly with him, and we'll wait to make sure he takes the ball from him before we decide to take our break. And he is going to take the ball. Ryan Webb coming on. 2-1 Diamondbacks here in the 5th inning. A runner at second and 2 away. Pitching change brought to you by UFCW Local 135, a voice for working America. Back in a moment. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 in the San Diego Padres Radio Network. Responsible for the runner at second base as Ryan Webb has come on. Webb now on for the 20th time. No record. And a 3.72 ERA. 19 innings pitched. He has struck out 16, walked 8. And has given up 18 base hits. One of the gentlemen acquired from the Oakland A's. That was in the Scott Hairston deal. 3 pitchers came this way, including Sean Gallagher, who we've seen in the big leagues this year, and Craig Italiano, who is pitching in the minor leagues now for the Padres. Great afternoon for baseball here in downtown San Diego.
The spring training next year is going to be quite a scramble. All these young people, they're not quite sure. We're going to have to try them all and work them hard. Be a lot of B games next year, I think.
Diamondbacks have a 2-1 lead now here in the 5th inning. 2 away, and that runner at second. And the first pitch is inside to Stephen Drew for ball 1. Webb has been counted on a little bit more lately, later in games. Buddy Black has kind of had to shift the focus around a little bit out there. A lot of guys getting a lot of work, including Luke Gregerson and Heath Bell, The 1-0 is lifted foul, third base side. That will get out of play. It's 1-1. And I'm sure Buddy will try to stay away from the likes of Luke Gregerson today and also Heath Bell.
Yeah, Gregerson, my Lord, he has been totally brilliant. Adams, too, he's been out. I think he's coming back tomorrow. Maybe ready today. I'm not sure.
Greg Burke has been out as well with some fatigue. Here comes the 1-1 pitch now to Drew. High pop up. Shallow left field, now on the infield. As Cabrera camps under it, he's got it, and the inning has come to an end. But the Diamondbacks score twice. They do that on 3 base hits and leave a man. We have played 4.5 innings. Diamondbacks 2, and the Padres 1. This is Padre Baseball on XX 1090 and the San Diego Padres Radio Network. At the ballpark today.
Talking to Terry Kennedy today with the Padres as the catcher. He came up with, well, that first was really great 25 years ago. I said, what? 1984. No, I couldn't believe it. 25 years ago.
Here's Tony Gwynn to face Doug Davis. First pitch on the way here in the 5th. And it's a called strike, and it's 0-1. Tony, a couple of singles. Excuse me, 1 single and a sacrifice. So officially 1 for 1 in the ball game.
Picking up the steam a little bit.
And the next one fired a bit outside, and it's 1-1. Yeah, Tony is now 6 for his last 11 at the plate.
Yeah. And in this series alone, 5 for 9. That's pretty darn good.
Here's the 1-1 out of Tony. He'll take it low. It's 2-1.
Had one bad streak, though, and that happens to everybody, whether you're a pitcher, player, hitter, whatever. Going streaks. Look at Heath Bell, for heaven's sake, having a tough time.
2 balls, 1 strike. Doug Davis with that hesitation, and now the pitch to the plate. It's low, 3-1. He will walk you. Need to be patient. So Mojica on the hook, 4 2/3 innings, 6 hits, a couple of runs. Oh no, not a bad start. 3-1. Gwynn takes strike 2 on the inside corner.
That
Full.
was a slider, I think. I tell you, that ball broke late. They call it a cut fastball. I don't know what it broke. Anyway, I know that. I think Gwynn thought it was going to be inside, but just eaves over the inside part of the plate.
Now it's full, 3-2. The pitch by Davis to Tony. Low, ball 4. Walked him. Lead man aboard again. And that will bring up Oscar Salazar, hitting in the number 3 spot here this afternoon. Adrian Gonzalez getting the day off with a tough lefty up there, and also experiencing a little shoulder tenderness. But Buddy Black said that's not the reason he's out today. He could have played, but he just wanted to give him a day.
Played a lot already, no question about that. He's been the guy.
So Salazar is 0 for 2. Davis to first base, and not close as Gwynn is back in.
You know, I see the cut fastball up there. It reminds me of Roger Craig, who took that to San Francisco, and everybody on the staff came over the bat arm. It's a very tough pitch to do consistently. You can set it up occasionally, but not very often.
Pitch in there for a strike to Oscar Salazar. No balls and 1 strike.
It was a marvelous pitch. Breaks late at the last instant, and but it's a great strain on the arm. And Roger, who almost created it, a great pitcher and a great pitching coach.
0-1, broken bat, little ground ball past the mound. Shortstop to second for 1. The return throw is in time. A nifty little double play as Drew fielded it right by the bag. An underhand quick shuffle to Ojeda at second with Gwynn bearing down on him. And then a strong throw to first base for the 6-4-3 double play. Quickly 2 away here in the 5th.
Well, Drew certainly made the play getting rid of the ball the way he did. And of course, Ojeda was glad to get it when he got it. Otherwise, he'd have had a runner all over him.
2-1 Diamondbacks in the bottom of the 5th. And here's Chase Headley with the bags empty. Headley with the run batted in for the Padres here today. His 59th of the year. And the first one's outside for ball 1. Hawaiian Airlines helping out our children in the classrooms in a big way. For every Padre home run, Hawaiian Airlines will donate a computer to Computers to SD Kids, a local nonprofit organization, thanks to Hawaiian Airlines. Headley swings and misses off speed, 1-1.
Kind of frustrating for the Padres today, Andy. They've had the first man on 4 of the 5 innings and only have 1 run.
The only inning they did not have that first man on was in the 2nd inning, and they got the second man on. 1-1 in the dirt, and it's 2-1. But you're right, so far it's just been being able to come up with that timely base hit to get a run home. 6 men left on base already. 2-1 is the Diamondback lead here in the 5th inning. 2 outs, the bag's empty. The 2-1 pitch to Headley. Line sharply foul, first base side. That'll get out of play. It's 2-2.
Quick reminder, since 1981, San Diego National Bank has been helping San Diego businesses to grow and grow and grow. San Diego National Bank. They know San Diego. Don't forget. You want to know about free? Check with them. They got it down pat. San Diego National Bank.
Matt Kemp is in a home run. His 24th. Dodgers have a 2-1 lead now at home over Pittsburgh in the 6th. Pitch is outside. It's full. 3-2.
Got one last night with extra innings to win a ball game. Bang.
Yeah, that guy Andre Ethier with just his 6th walk-off hit this year. No big deal.
Pretty decent.
Becomes routine after a while, I guess.
Never.
Here's a 3-2 pitch, and Chase takes it low. It's ball 4. So a 2-out base runner. That'll bring up Edgar Gonzalez. 2-1. Diamondbacks in the 5th. And a reminder for you that every time a Padre player hits a ball off the Corky's Pest Control sign, a listener and that player are going to win dinner for 2 at Mr. A's Restaurant. For your chance to win, head to XX1090.com and get yourself registered. Right-hand swinging Edgar Gonzalez fouls the first pitch right off the facing of the upper deck and on down to the lower stands.
You got to give Davis credit. He's a veteran pitcher, and he really sets people up nicely.
He's gotten away with 4 walks here today.
Yeah.
4 walks and 4 strikeouts for Doug Davis. Veteran of several other teams besides the Diamondbacks. And the curve is in there for a strike. 0-2.
Well, I think he spots the ball nicely. Got to give him credit. And I said that before, but I'll say it again. This guy is a pitcher. He's not a thrower. He knows what to do. He has a good day. He'll get you out. He's tough.
Chase Headley is short lead at first. 0-2. The count on Edgar Gonzalez. 2 away. 2-1 Diamondbacks. And the 0-2 pitch inside. Good stop by Montero to keep that ball in front of him. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Barry Zito had a day yesterday for the Giants. He hadn't had many of them, but boy, he really had it going yesterday.
You know, he owns the second half of every year.
Yeah,
that's just the way it's been over his
career. That's not the way to work.
You know,
you got a full year. Go both halves.
That has been his MO since he came up.
Yeah.
Although in 0-2, you could argue he owned both halves as he won the American League Cy Young Award.
He's never been as good since, but he's been good, but not as good. In fact, a couple of times they wanted to, drop him off a cliff or something.
That would be kind of drastic.
Yeah, it would.
1-2 way inside. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So as things set today, Colorado had a 2.5 game lead over San Francisco in the wild card, 4.5 over the Marlins, who are about to close out the Cardinals.
Cardinals have been having a little trouble of late. Not that it makes a difference. They still got a big lead.
2-1 Diamondbacks here in the fifth. 2-2 the count on Edgar Gonzalez with 2 away. The pitch by Davis is the curve and a swing and a foul ball at the plate. Just got a piece. And Montero could not hold it. Davis a little frustrated because he's getting up there in pitches and wants to stick around.
Yeah, looking at the Cardinals, they have the largest lead of any division in the American or the National League. 8.5 games. That's a lot.
Not a real big lead over there at first base by Chase Headley. Another 2-2 pitch, and that is strike 3 call. Got him on the outside corner, and Edgar knew it. So despite 2 walks, Padres walk away with nothing here in the fifth inning and leave a man. We played 5. Diamondbacks 2, Padres 1. This is Padre Baseball, XX 1090 and the San Diego Padres Radio Network. To the 6th inning here at Petco Park. It is 2-1 in favor of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Both of their runs coming in the previous inning in the 5th. RBI triple by Augie Ojeda and an RBI double by Chris Young. Padre run came in the 3rd inning, an RBI fielder's choice ground out by Chase Headley. And you're up to date. You're in the top of the 6th inning. It'll be Justin Upton, Miguel Montero, and Mark Reynolds to face Ryan Webb. Second pitcher of the afternoon for Buddy Black after Mujica went the first 4 2/3. A new career high in innings for him. Now Ryan Webb. First pitch fastball outside, ball 1. Mujica with no walks and 5 strikeouts. Not a bad line. There comes the 1-0 pitch now from Ryan Webb. Hit in the air, deep right center field. Backing up now, Macias still going back near the warning track. Looks up, it bangs off the wall and gets by him. Towards second now is Upton. He's thinking 3. Gwynn's relay throw from the outfield will bounce in, and sliding in very awkwardly and safe with a triple is Justin Upton.
Well, he's only got 3 hits. He hits home run or a hit for the cycle. But basically, when the ball got by Macias, it set up what could have been a long single into a triple.
It
hit right by him.
It hit off the base of the wall from the angle that I saw. There's that little auxiliary video scoreboard out there, and the ball banged off the very bottom portion of it, and Macias was a little too close to the wall.
Yep, got by him.
Bounded by him, and a good heads-up play by Tony Gwynn to back that play up. And a very awkward-looking slide on a hook slide by Justin Upton. But the end result is the triple. He has a single, a double, and a triple in the game. And the pitch is on the inside corner for strike 1 to Montero. That would be the 7th triple for Upton this year. Now the 0-1 pitch. Montero, high chopper off the plate. Fielding it is Webb. A look at the runner, and now a low throw, and it gets by Salazar into right field. Heading toward the plate and scoring will be Upton. It's now 3-1 in favor of the Diamondbacks. A high bounder came right off a home plate. Webb took a while to get to it and made a look and a set right near the foul line and then threw right into the runner. And Oscar Salazar had no chance, as that's an error all the way. The pitcher, Ryan Webb, allowing the run to score. Montero goes to second. 3-1 Arizona. That was just a very slow developing and awkward looking play.
Well, when they looked at third, he did put himself in position to throw. He can look and get into position. Had he done that, he might have made the play, but he just looked and, oh, I better throw to first. Too late.
Yeah, that momentum, and you know that's one of the drawbacks that we saw earlier in the series, also with Adam Russell, another one of the very large human beings that pitches. It's tough for those guys to get off the mound, bend over, set themselves, and make throws. And we saw that with Webb right there as Pareda gets ready to come into this game. Aaron Pareda, the left-hander, warming up. So now a runner at second for Mark Reynolds. First pitch, he'll take the slider outside for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. A run home, 3-1 Arizona. Each team now with an error. Reynolds has struck out twice, and the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike on Mark Reynolds. 42 home runs.
That's not bad. Second overall.
Right behind that guy, Albert Pujols.
So is everybody else.
Absolutely right. Everyone's looking up at Albert. Pitch is outside, 2-1. So with those 2 strikeouts today for Reynolds, the grand total is 198. 6 off his personal high. Lead off at second by Montero, reaching on the air, and here's the 2-1 pitch right there for a strike. Good late break to the slider. It's 2-2. Actually, I take that back. That looked like a cut fastball instead. Some late action right back over the plate. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ryan Webb, 6 feet 6 inches tall. Hard throwing right-hander, as are many of those guys out of that bullpen now. Hard throwers. Time called at the plate. Chance to remind you that from a diamond engagement ring to a one-of-a-kind design, Collins Family Jewelers, conveniently located in the Mira Mesa Mall between the 805 and the 15. 3-1 Diamondbacks. We're in the 6th inning. Nobody out. Man at second. 2-2 pitch to Reynolds. Just high. Full. 3-2. Invite you to send us your emails at mypadres@bcaradio.com. mypadres@bcaradio.com. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Throw back down to second. Not in time as Montero gets back in. It's a hat trick right now for Mark Reynolds. 3 strikeouts. And now with 1 away, that'll bring up Gerardo Parra. And that will also bring Buddy Black out of the dugout. He wants the left-hander to come in and face the left-hand hitting Gerardo Parra. So we have a pitching change. Aaron Pareda coming on into this ball game, and we'll tell you more about him here in just a moment. 3-1 Arizona. We're in the 6th inning, 1 away, man at second base. 3-1 Arizona. Back with more in a moment. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 and the San Diego Padres Radio Network. 4 pitchers that the Padres received from the Chicago White Sox in exchange for Jake Peavy on the July 31st deadline. Pareda, another big guy. Like a broken record here when we talk about the heights and the weights of some of these guys that come out of the bullpen. 6'6", 240. From Walnut Creek, California, residing now in Moraga, right there near the campus of St. Mary's College. Know that area well, doing the USD basketball games, heading there in the West Coast Conference. 3-1 Arizona, runner at second, 1 away. First pitch is a fastball and it's low, 1 ball, no strikes. So Pareda on just for the second time. He threw 1 pitch, if I'm not mistaken, the other night and got a pop out. So now he's doubled his pitch total for the Padres. Here's the pitch, fouled out of play. Third base side into the terrace level, and it's now 1-1.
Well, if that board is right, that was at 95, which means he throws a very hard fastball.
He can bring it.
Yeah, maybe up at the 70, 97, something like that.
Montero standing at second with 1 away. The 1-1 pitch late on that one again, and fouled deep down the left field line and into the stands, 1-2. Bunch of young guys as well. Pareda will turn 23 on October 1st. Number 3 prospect as rated by Baseball America on the White Sox chain. Here's the 1-2. In the air, a pop up on the left side of the infield. Cabrera calling and getting in front of Chase Headley. He'll make the catch. And that's the second out. Headley kind of just looking at Cabrera saying, okay, go ahead and take it, son.
Hey, come on, Headley, that's your territory. Over right at third base, and here comes Cabrera. Said, I'll take it. That's a sure man handler.
Hey, he's the captain of the infield, right? He's supposed to make those calls, and Chase just kind of looked at him, and Cabrera made the catch.
I'll say one thing, he wasn't looking around. He was looking at the ball all the way.
Yes, he was. 2 outs now. And here is Brandon Allen. Pitch is low on the slider. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Pareda scuffled a bit at AAA. And kind of attributed it to him moving into a new organization and really trying hard to impress. The 1-0 is low. It's 2-0.
See, the best thing you can say is, I was just lousy, folks. I'm going to get better.
Yeah, well, he did pretty much admit that.
Yeah, you don't want to cop out, you know.
And then he just started to throw, and here he is. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch to Allen is low, 3-0. This was the big problem in the minors was the walks. It was 0-3 with a 7.16 ERA down there at AAA Portland. Now the 3-0 taking all the way. It's a strike right down the middle with the fastball, 3-1. 3-1 also the score. Diamondbacks in front, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. Right after the Padres got out to a 1-0 lead in the 3rd inning. Big, large gap in right center field. Here's the 3-1. Foul straight back to the screen. It's full, 3-2.
You're saying they don't expect Brandon Allen to pull the ball? Is that what you're saying?
I'm thinking that's probably the way, especially after those last 2 swings have come through.
Yeah, when you're in the mid-90s, you're not going to pull many.
Full count, 3-2. 2 away, and the pitch. Swing and a foul back to the screen. Followed a pretty good pitch that was riding away from him on the outside corner. And in those cases, they always tell you, too close to take. Got to take a hack at it. Folks out here enjoying the bright sunshine in San Diego.
Perfect weather.
Another 3-2 pitch. It's low. He lost in ball 4, 1st and 2nd.
Have you checked the weather report for Pittsburgh over the weekend?
I did not, but our
rain every day.
Chief booth meteorologist said there was an updated forecast. He told me there was going to be no rain.
You're kidding.
That's
All right.
That's what
way to go, Marcus. Attaboy. I'm glad. The one I read had rain every day.
He said 10 to 20% every day.
Well, that's a possibility then.
But see, you got to look at it the right way. You got to look at it that there's a
no. In Pittsburgh, it'll end up on the stadium. I can tell you that.
80 to 90% that it won't. There's a pitch outside to Ojeda, and time called. Ojeda's switch hitter now from the right side. His hit in the 5th inning tied the game.
It's the one city they wait for us to get to Pittsburgh.
Well, yeah, it's the Seattle of the East.
Boy, you got that. We have a terrible time there. But if they've updated the weather report, I'm all for that.
One ball, no strikes. Augie Ojeda, his triple, scored the tying run. There's a pitch inside, 2-0. And it was his first ever career hit here at Petco Park in 34 trips to the plate.
A really good one. I'll tell you one thing, though. Pereira has got to get the ball over the plate, get somebody out. Otherwise, we're going to have a big disaster on our hands.
Runners at first and second, 2 away. Here comes the 2-0 pitch in the dirt. Great stop by Blanco on the short hop.
Well, the only break the Padres might have is that Doug Davis is the next batter. Looks like he's going to hit. So if this guy gets on, even though the bases are loaded, you got the pitcher.
3-0 on Augie Ojeda. Triple and a flyout. And Paredes 3-0 pitch. Nowhere close. He's loaded him. Ball 4.
Ouch.
2 walks. That'll push Montero to third. Allen to second. Ojeda to first. And Buddy Black to the mound. Right-hander was warming up. And I think Buddy wants to nip this in the bud here before it gets a little out of hand. And he will call to the bullpen. It looks like Sean Gallagher is going to get the call. And indeed, that's who it is. So we will take another timeout. 3-1 Arizona here in the 6th inning. The Diamondbacks have loaded the bases with 2 away. Back with more in a moment. Padre Baseball, Double X 1090 in the San Diego Padres radio. And Doug Davis is at the plate. Lots of kids out here today with their families on the day game at Petco Park. Glad you're with us as well, wherever you might be today. And the pitch to Davis. There's a fastball strike on the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike.
Feel kind of sorry for Pereira. You know, he comes on first time up here trying to do good for his ball club, walks 2. You know how he feels. Awful.
Absolutely.
Feels awful.
Let's see if Gallagher can get him out of it. The 0-1 is outside, 1-1. Gallagher, the player to be named later in the trade from the Oakland A's, involving Scott Harrison. Mentioned that when Ryan Webb was on earlier. But Gallagher had that procedure done to his patellar tendon to kind of increase the recuperation process as he was on the disabled list with a knee injury. 2-1. He missed outside of the pitcher. With the proverbial no place to put him. Davis with the ground out on a pop out. 3-1 Arizona. And the pitch, swing and a miss. A late swing and a miss at the Gallagher fastball at 91. 2-2.
I think if he just throws it over the plate with good stuff, this guy's not going to hurt him. And the 2-2 missing outside. It's full 3-2. Now
Base runners will have the advantage of moving on the pitch here. As Gallagher comes set, the 3-2 on the way, and a high pop-up into shallow right center field. Macias camping under it. He's got it. And the inning has finally come to an end. Diamondbacks do score a run on one hit, one big error, and the maximum 3 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Diamondbacks 3, Padres 1. This is Padre Baseball, Double X 1090, and the San Diego Padres radio. Back at Petco Park, our Cox Communications studios here, high above. Actually, not that high, a little bit further back behind home plate. Good angle, good view. All the sights and sounds here at Petco Park.
You talk about high above. Wait till we get to Pittsburgh.
I know, I was preparing myself.
That's right. They put the numbers on the helmet so you can see who's playing.
In between innings in Pittsburgh, we land planes at the airport. 3-1 Arizona to the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Henry Blanco, Drew Macias, and Luis Durango to face the veteran left-hander Doug Davis. Here's the first pitch to Henry. And he takes one for a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Henry in the ballgame, a single, and a fly out to left field. 1 for 2. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, off speed, and it's even. The ball and a strike. Firestone Complete Auto Care, keeping your car running newer longer. Call 1-800-LOCATE-US to find any one of their 14 San Diego area stores. The 1-1 to Blanco is outside and just missing outside. 2-1.
Even with all the changes in pitchers, the pitching, winning and losing, goes to Mujica and Davis at this moment. Could change later.
Now the 2-1 is way outside. 3-1. You could probably hear Davis yelling at himself through our microphones down there.
Well, you know, you can't do it. Yell at yourself. Why not? I used to talk to myself all the time. Quietly, of course.
Here's the 3-1 to Henry Blanco. He'll take it outside, ball 4. Ball squirts away from Montero. But Henry will just trot on down to first base. And
5 out of 6.
I'm just going to say the lead man aboard again for Drew Macias.
Hey, visit the official online shop at thepadres.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps, T-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and a lot more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop at Padres.com.
So here is Macias. 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk. He'll take the first pitch for a strike. And it's 0-1. 3-1 Arizona, bottom 6.
Sooner or later, we got to get one of these lead guys to cross home plate.
And you got to make him pay for those lead walks. It's been a lead walk 3 consecutive innings.
Yeah.
And the statistics will bear out that the lead walk scores 40% of the time. Pitch is outside. It evens the count. And a ball and a strike on Drew Macias. The youngster Durango on deck. And the 1-1. Macias rips it foul. First base side past Rick Renteria. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Now this is where Davis has the edge. He gets 2 strikes and a ball and 2 strikes on a young hitter. And let's see what he does. Usually he handles them pretty good. We'll see what happens here.
Got a great assortment of pitches to go to.
Yeah.
So you can't really gear on one. You have to be looking fastball, of course, adjust to the rest. But easier said than done. The 1-2 fastball spins Macias out of the way. It's 2-2.
Well, Macias walked the last time, leading off the 4th inning. The leadoff walk in the 5th, again in the 6th. The time the Padres got a run, they did not get a leadoff walk to a bunt single.
Long set. Here's the 2-2. Macias gets hit right in the back.
I'll tell you what, for a veteran pitcher, he may be getting tired. You know that? He walks the guy, then hits the next batter. That's usually a sign of, hey, my arm might not be what I want it to be.
And Macias thankful that it was Doug Davis out there. He got hit with an 82-mile-an-hour fastball right in the back, and Mel Stottlemyre Jr., the pitching coach, will come out.
His dad pitched for the Yankees at a time the Yankees had bad clubs. He was the best pitcher in the American League, as good as anybody, and never got any credit for how good he really was.
So that conversation goes on. Also, Luis Durango now down with a conversation with Glenn Hoffman. That conversation has been ended, and now the one on the mound will be broken up.
You got a bunt? Sure, why not?
I would say why not down the, if you can get it down the first base side, or make the third baseman field it.
You got to bunt it fairly hard. That's hard to do. But basically, advance runners is second or third. Then you got a pinch hitter for Mojica, who's going to be not Mojica, but for Gallagher, going to be Nick Hundley.
Marlins have won their game at St. Louis 5-2. Josh Johnson now 15-4. He beats Joel Pinheiro. 14-11 now for Pinheiro. Runners at first and second. They're expecting bunt. They're in on the corners. Durango does bunt at third base. It gets past Davis, rolling in the grass. It's going to be an infield single. Everybody's safe. They're loaded.
I'm beginning to like him more every time. He's got a perfect bunt before, another one. And this one goes for a base hit.
Well, as soon as it got by Davis, there was absolutely no chance for anybody to flag that ball down, and Durango has too much speed. And those were 2 very well executed bunts.
Okay, Durango, you're getting points every day. We'll give you a special extra commission if you come around to score.
It's coming out of your pocket, right?
No, I've got that Leitner should be. He's the old pro here.
Leo Rosales is warming up in the bullpen, and his first pitch got away from the bullpen catcher and rolled out of the playing field, so that's why we have a minute of a delay here. Everybody safe after the bunt by Durango. Bases full of Padres here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nobody out. 3-1 Arizona. And Nick Hundley up to pinch hit. First pitch to him is pop foul. Right side and out of play.
Well, even if there's a double play involved here, you're going to get at least a run in, and that'll leave you 1 short. But basically, you'd love to get something better.
I was talking to Nick before the game today about that strange play he was involved in yesterday near the dugout. The throw is what really impressed me.
Yeah.
It was a 1-hop strike right to the plate, and Adrian Gonzalez sliding toward home plate to make the grab and the tag. Here's the 0-1 to Nick. He got in on him and fouled it straight back. It's 0-2.
Well, the thing was the ball never went in the dugout, but the body did. Now, I haven't checked to find out whether that's legal or not, but if the body goes in and he's in possession of the ball, it's a dead ball, and the guy scores.
What he did was nicely was trying to scoop the ball back to the field before he went into the dugout, and then the trailer, Adrian Gonzalez, was right there. And I asked Nick about the throw. I said, it's kind of like you have to throw down to second base. Just throw to the bag. There's a pitch high, and it's 1-2. And he said, absolutely. It's kind of like when you're in grade school and you're playing basketball. You got to feed the post. You got to make those blind bounce passes every once in a while. So he figured, you know what? I'll throw it on the bounce and hope someone's there.
And there was.
Absolutely right. Base is full of Padres here with nobody out in the 6th inning. 1-2 is the count on Hundley. 3-1 is the Diamondback lead. And the pitch fouled back to the screen. Only spoiling a couple of good pitches here, and it's 1-2.
So you got right-hand hitters coming up. After Hundley, you got Cabrera, but then Gwynn from the left side. So you got 2 guys from the right side with a chance to do something.
Nick has had a couple of big runs batted in this year, both in one-ball games. He hit a home run in the 16th inning of a game against the Reds here to send everybody home, and then the walk-off walk the other night in the 10th inning. Davis taking some extra time now into the line for the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes to Nick. Line toward left field, coming out. Carl plays it out of bounds. Blanco's going to score. And the Padres inch a bit closer. It's now 3-2. Nick Hundley, RBI single in the pinch.
Not bad at all. I also think that Davis is getting a little bit weary out there. Walk and hit batter.
Rosales has been warming, and now the left-hander, Daniel Schlereth, has begun to throw. They have the lefty and the righty working. And Cabrera, they want to keep him from the right side, his weaker side. And the bags remain loaded. 3-2 now, Arizona. Still nobody out. And now the pitch to Cabrera. First pitch swinging and a ground ball foul, first base.
That's one time. Take a shot at the first good one. Don't wait. Might be the best pitch you're getting in that bat.
No balls and one strike on Everth Cabrera. A couple of infield singles and a strikeout. The 0-1. It is high. It's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Reynolds at third base playing in on the indentation there. 1 foot on the grass, 1 foot on the dirt. Middle infielders back at double play depth. Allen off the bag at first. Well off the line. Here's the 1-1. Cabrera checks and takes it high. It's 2-1. There's some bookkeeping here for Hundley. That was RBI number 24 on the year. A run is home, and the Padres are now trailing just 3-2. Bases loaded, nobody out. 6th inning. Here's the 2-1 to Cabrera. Swing and a miss. It's even. 2-2. Smart location.
There's a fastball, one of the few he's thrown. Most of them have been cut fast or quick sliders or something, but that was a fastball and maybe not a strike. A little bit low.
Had some sink to it. Long set once again from Doug Davis. Now brings that glove up ever so slightly and will go into his windup for the 2-2. Here it comes. Cabrera, a little chopper toward third. First base, that is. Allen will throw home for 1 and no throw back because no one was covering the bag at first base, so the fielder's choice will go 3-2. Bases remain loaded. But now 1 away. Forced at the plate was Drew Macias. So now Durango to third. Hundley to second. And Cabrera at first, and Tony Gwynn. Lefty against the lefty with 1 away.
Tony's had some pretty big hits for the Padres, no matter who's pitching. We'll see what happens now. Tying run at third.
Tony 1 for 1, a sacrifice bunt and a walk around a single. 5 for 9 in this series. First pitch from Davis, checked and taken for a strike with the slider. 0-1.
That was a good pitch, outside part of the plate.
That's a pitcher's pitch.
That was number 110. He's worked a lot of innings out there and a lot of pitches.
He tends to do that. He's no stranger to that 100 mark. More often than not, he's over 100. The 0-1 is low.
He wanted that. You could tell he grabbed the ball on the return. Looked pretty good from here, too.
His season high is a 118 pitches. That came in a no decision against the Reds on July 2nd. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Gwynn hits it into the right center field gap. Closing now is the right fielder Upton. He makes a fine running catch. Tagging from third on his way to the plate is Durango. He'll score and the game is tied.
One guy he could not get was Durango.
Upton made a great catch running in toward the infield, but was not in throwing position, and tagging from third and scoring easily with blinding speed is Durango, and we're tied 3-3.
I thought he took a little bit too much time, frankly. I thought he could have gotten the rid of it very quickly, a little bit more. Took too much time.
Couldn't get himself set, could not stop his momentum. So Tony Gwynn knocks in a run, his 16th run batted in this year. Now runners at first and second with 2 away, and Oscar Salazar takes the first pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes with 2 away. And the pitch from Davis. It is a strike called on the outside corner. Two outs in the 6th, 2 runs home. Padres have tied the game 3-3. How about that speed by Luis Durango? Wow. The 1-1 grounded towards short. Drew up with it. He'll sling it on to first in time. And the inning has come to an end. But not before the Padres score a couple of runs. They do it on 2 base hits and leave 2. We've played 6 innings here in San Diego. It's the Padres 3 and the Diamondbacks 3. This is Padre Baseball, XX 1090 in the San Diego Padres Radio Network. To the 7th inning. Padres have tied the score 3-3. New pitcher on now. It'll be Adam Russell. Set to work to the Diamondbacks here. And to call it for you here in the 7th inning will be Ted Leitner.
Thank you, sir. Showtime. Got to admit, the games have been close, and they've been good. They haven't all been wins. And the shame of that is that the Diamondbacks are, eminently beatable. Not better than the Padres. But they have, give them credit, won the first 2 games. First pitch to Chris Young is foul back from Adam Russell. All the young guys, all the rookies, they're all coming out here. Webb, Pareda, Gallagher, Russell, not that Mojica's not. All rookie pitchers. When's the last time that happened in any game? Ground ball, shortstop. There is Everett Cabrera. The throw way high over the first baseman's head. Sailed that one big time. E6. Young aboard for the 3rd straight time. Single, RBI double, now the error.
Well, that was a double error, Ted. I don't agree with that at all. You know what I mean? Put him at first base, get you bobble the ball, goes to second, and just throw it high.
Well, he did. He bobbled, then he threw it high, so you get 2 bags. He's got to account. I guess the scorer has to account for that.
Not me.
As to how he got to second base. That's how. Stephen Drew, 3-3. The last thing they wanted to have happen here, obviously, to start this out, but not a lot of that 1-2-3 stuff going on here today on the pitching side, and it's Adam Russell. Incredibly large human being at 6'8" and 245, delivering a strike to Stephen Drew, who is much smaller.
I'd hate to have to feed that group of pitchers for the Padres. They'd go broke in a week.
Good luck getting them all on the plane with 32 guys tomorrow.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
0-1, low and outside. Nice stop there by Henry Blanco. 1-1. 3 each, 7 hits each. 3 errors for the Padres with the 2 there by Everett. And 1 for the Diamondbacks. No, not a textbook case. I'm not going to send the videotape to Cooperstown, but so what? Russell set the 1-1. Fastball outside. Mujica, that's his longest outing in his second major league outing, as in start. 4 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs. No walks, 5 strikeouts. Then Webb, Pareda, Gallagher. Now Russell. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball foul back. Gallagher, third of an inning, got his man. Pareda, third of an inning, 2 walks. Before that, Webb, 2/3, 1 hit, the unearned run. Based on his own throwing error. No walks, 1 strikeout. You're up to date. Russell, of course, in the PV deal. The 2-2 on the way. Fastball outside.
Way outside. My goodness.
Drew with the 8-game hitting streak, as noticed, has an 0 for 3. I mean, it's pretty clear based on power, if nothing else, that he's not going to be the player that his older brother J.D. is. But he's a good one. 3-2 is way overthrown, way high. Ball 4, first and second, nobody out.
That ball was half a foot over his head. I don't know if he missed that much. Of course, I'm like that anyway. When pitchers miss it, how can you do that? Well, I can tell you how. It's easy.
Joe Thatcher throwing for the Padres. They're going to come in there, the infield, and a couple of them with Henry Blanco, Headley, talk to their guy, along with Edgar Gonzalez, trying to settle him down, you know.
Well, here's the one guy in the club you love to have bunt because he's the best hitter on the team. I don't think he will.
Russell's 11th appearance. 3-1-2. Been okay. Throws hard. Slider is okay. Off-speed stuff. Secondary pitches, as they call them. And, you know, average, work in progress kind of a thing. But at least these guys do have that fastball. That you can't teach. The other stuff Darren Balsley has and can. Delivering inside to Justin Upton for ball 1. Nice day, eh?
Outstanding.
Is it just ridiculous? Low humidity, warm, fly ball right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. And they're going to bring home Chris Young because he can run. That throw will be cut off. The Diamondbacks have come right back out and broken the tie that the Padres got a moment ago. 4-3, Arizona in the 7th. Error, walk, single, nobody out. Couldn't hold Upton all day in the terms of the series or all series. He's had a 4-hit game after being 1 for 8 coming in. That's it, man. You're up, you're down, you're in, you're out. It's a roller coaster. Buddy Black has seen enough. He'll get the left-hander. That'll be Thatcher to go against the left-hand hitting Miguel Montero because this one is still there for the taking. And no offense to Arizona. You don't want to get swept by a last-place club. Or anybody for that matter. There goes Russell. The error by Cabrera didn't help. It should have been out number 1 for sure to give Adam his credit. But it became a 2-base error to put a guy at second base to lead off. That's a big difference. But then he compounds that felony with a walk and a single. Here comes Joe Thatcher. Here comes the break back at you in the 7th inning at Petco. 4-3, Arizona, XX 1090. This is the San Diego Padres Radio Network. a run in on a hit and an error. A 1-run lead for the Diamondbacks. Padres finally, after the other 2 games, scored first. Not that that matters that much. A little bit of break on your pitcher to have a nice lead early. Swing and a miss to the left-hander. Miguel Montero's 0 for 3. Joe Thatcher, we talked about Macias being here for the 5th time from Portland. Nice, Miles. And now this is the 3rd time for Thatcher, but he's not going anywhere the way he's pitching. First and second, nobody out after the run, and off the end of the bat into center field. That will fall. Going on to third base, Stephen Drew will be held there. Up into second. They are loaded after error. Walk. Single. Nobody out in the Diamondback half of the 7th. Ouch. Just off the end of the bat on that good slider. Reached out. A nice piece of hitting by Montero. Only his 2nd hit of the series, wouldn't you know? So Joe inherits the 2 runners. Now he has 3. And on the good plus side, I mean, he's 4th. Joe is 4th in Major League Baseball in the smallest amount, if that's the way to put it, of runners that are inherited to score. He usually leaves them out there. He's inherited 37. Only 6 have scored. That's awesome. Now we'll see about here. Fastball delivered. Strike 1 to very dangerous Mark Reynolds. Last time we saw him yesterday, he hit a home run in the top of the 9th, and they won the ball game by the same score as day 1, 4-2. Coming back, slider after fastball, outside, 1-1. Joe gives up a hit. That's shocking in itself. Last 16 games, 4 hits, no runs. Unbelievable. There's a ground ball up the middle. Second base, backhand. Edgar steps on the bag. Bad throw, staying off the bag. On. Off the bag, Salazar. That's a big out they wanted. A big one. They only get the 1. A bad throw, and Oscar tried to stay on, going out toward the outfield side of first base, but off the bag. Reynolds is safe. Run is on to score. That's Drew. It's a 2-run lead now for Arizona, 5-3. So Reynolds, who has struck out 3 times, this time actually, when they didn't want him to make contact, he did. And he'll get a run batted in doing so. Upton went to third. Finally got an out after all that. That's 4 unassisted. Gerardo Parra takes a strike from the lefty Joe Thatcher against the left-handed batter. Reynolds RBI 97. The 3 more strikeouts took him to 1-9er. Wow, he's not going to break his record of last year. He's going to smash it to pieces. Pitches, strike 2, foul back. Parra, left-handed rookie, and a good-looking talent. He's 0 for 3 here today. Luis Perdomo now throwing for the Padres. My gosh, everybody's getting in. Off day tomorrow, everybody's available. That was not the case yesterday. Had to rest several guys. The 0-2 fastball way outside. Don't know if you've seen the schedule, but for next year it's out. You can, I'm sure, see it on Padres.com. The 1-2 foul. That just got a piece of it and stayed alive. I mean, come on. You match up with the American League East, and you don't get the Yankees here. You don't get the Red Sox here. I mean, we don't have a attendance clause in our contract. It doesn't matter, but it's exciting. It's hard to beat them, but it's exciting to have them come in like that. And you can do 100,000 plus for 3 games. Throw to first. Right on the bag is Mark Reynolds. But that's not the case. No offense to Toronto and Baltimore, but they're coming in here out of the East. And the Padres will go to Tampa. That used to be a piece of cake, but they're obviously better. Not as good as last year, but better. 5-3 Diamondbacks. First and third, 1 away. Tried to check on that slider away. Good not. Strike 3. Parra gone. First strikeout for Joe Thatcher. The bullpen with the sliders of death. Mike Adams, Lou Gregerson, Joe Thatcher. And they can throw that thing. Joe now 40 innings, 47 strikeouts. And Gregerson, of course, is just off the chart in that category. Right-hander former Padre Leo Rosales. He's warming. Remember, they sent him to Arizona in the Scott Hairston deal. Pick off at first. He's going. Throw down to second. He beat it. Like we said, Reynolds, an amazing combination. A 40 home run guy who just got his 24th bag.
Well, I'll tell you what, Salazar, for whatever reason, looked at third base to see what was going on before he threw the ball to second. That's how he got down there. Can't wait for the guy running that fast.
Reynolds got hurt. Trainer and the manager, A.J. Hinch, on the way, standing behind second base. While they check him, Petco reminds you, every Sunday, including on the final homestand, Pet Adoption Day. Petco looking not just to take care of animals and feed them well and take care of them, but make sure that they need a home, and they get a home. And that's the way to do that, by checking out the adoptable pets at the Power Alley down the right field line. Ushers will show you where to go if you have not been there. Every Sunday, Pet Adoption Day from Petco. 7th inning, 5-3 Arizona. Reynolds says he's okay. Puts him second and third. 2 gone. Brandon Allen after the strikeout of Parra. 1 for 2 and a walk and a run scored. Pitch by Thatcher. Low, ball 1. Two hits and an error in this inning and a base on balls by Russell before Thatcher replaced him. Delivers outside on the fastball, 2-0. Joe works rapidly, 2-0 pitch. Fastball again, outside again, 3-0. Augie Ojeda in the 8th spot is the on-deck batter. These boys are leaving here today, short flight, an hour. Got the Giants and Rockies on the homestand. Fastball taken all the way. Strike. Padres home for the evening. They don't get too many of those in season. They'll leave tomorrow about mid-morning for Pittsburgh. 3-1. Missed outside. Ball 4. They're loaded. First base was open. Now it's occupied. So a walk in the inning by Russell. Now by Thatcher. Ojeda. Triple. Walk. 1 for 2. It is still a game. He gets a hit. Not much of a game. 5-3 Diamondbacks in the top of the 7th. See, the Giants do that, by the way. So if the Padres were the Giants with a game on Friday in Pittsburgh, they would leave after today's game and spend the off day tomorrow in Pittsburgh. And the reason the Giants do that, because they broke down on the computer their first games of road trips last year and had a lousy record. And so they think, maybe jet lag and travel and all that stuff. I can't imagine that's the case. But that's why they do that. They're not home. And they spend an extra day on the road. Yow. Fouled out of play down the right field side by the switch hitting Ojeda.
And remember, we have 4 games in Pittsburgh. That means you'd be there for half a week and more.
You don't like Pittsburgh, do you?
I don't dislike it. It's just a long time away, that's all. What do you do in a hotel room for 5 days?
Oh, one fastball low. That's
Turn on television?
That's not for me to say. You do what you want to do.
Okay.
Which is not much to do. You don't watch movies, do you? I never buy those movies.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
If it's a good one, I like it. I haven't seen it. I don't go to the movies locally.
Mm-hmm. The 1-1. Cutter inside. Missed it. Behind again, 2-1. Loaded. 2 gone.
I think the last one I saw was King Kong.
That's a ways back. The original or the...
Oh, the original, of course.
Yeah. With, what's her name? Fay Ray.
Yeah, that's right.
Didn't think I knew.
Yeah, well,
Fay Ray was the original.
Right.
The 2-1. Fastball in there on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Bases loaded. 2 runs in after the Padres came back to tie in the 6th. Untied. Here in the 7th. Diamondbacks lead the series this year. It's always been tough in Phoenix. Fastball foul back. I mean, Peavy used to get whacked there early on in his career. And the Padres went, I don't know how many years to just win in 1 or 2. Could not win in that place. Like it used to be in the Astrodome in the old days. Horrible record. The Astrodome is still there, but no Major League Baseball and no football. Rodeos, tractor pulls, that kind of stuff. Motocross. There's a pitch delivered by Joe, just a little low.
That's the one he wanted.
Yep. Needed the decision there. The proverbial, no place to put him. 3-2 with the bases loaded. The switch hitting Augie Ojeda. Played a lot of second base and played it well when Orlando Hudson went down last year, as Andy told you. A much better hitter the other way, so the 3-2 right-handed is popped up. That's true to form. Joe Thatcher gets it done again. Backpedaling at second, Edgar Gonzalez. He makes the grab. 8 Diamondbacks came to the plate. Based on that, it could have been a lot worse. And without the error by Cabrera, the two of them that started out, it would have been out number one. Might have changed the entire inning. As it is, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, and 3 men left at the end of 6.5. Stretch time in the 7th. 5-3 Diamondbacks over my Padres. Double X 1090 San Diego Padres Radio Network. Bottom of the 7th at Petco. Teddy, Andy, Jerry with you. This is Chase Headley. And this is Leo Rosales, former Padre. Mexicano. As mentioned, traded for Scott Hairston a few years ago. Delivers a strike to Chase, batting left-handed. He is 0 for 2 and a walk. It is 5-3 Diamondbacks. Leo's fastball is low, 1-1. Cox Communications Studios. Petco. 14,000 here in the ball yard. Got the change up into deep left field. Back Parra. Ball keeps carrying. He goes to the wall and makes the grab. Right by the 357 sign, maybe a full stride away. Long ride. Chase doesn't usually go that deep the opposite way. But it's out number 1 in the 7th.
Hey, gang, get ready for 2010. On Saturday, October the 3rd, Padres taking on the Giants at 7:05. All fans in attendance going to receive a Padres calendar presented by Golden State Graphics. So get your tickets early and join us. Saturday, October the 3rd.
Here's Edgar Gonzalez, takes outside. Fastball, Edgar. Ball 2, 2-0. Rosales' first appearance of the series. 26 as in appearances. 5.11 high ERA. Popped it up right side into shallow right field. Justin Upton. See the reflection of the sunglasses out there. It's a bright day. He makes the catch. Routine, 2 gone. The 7th inning water break is brought to you by Penta Water, the world's only patented water. Ultra purified, fully hydrates you with 0 additives. It is purity you can taste. It is benefits you will feel. Drink Penta. Henry Blanco. Little chanting for the first time. Let's go Padres, way to go kids. I know, they're keeping the faith. I kind of like that. Henry's got 2 hits, 2 for 3. Fouls it on back. Nice catch, sir, with the blue Padre hat and the replica jersey, giving it to his little boy. Awesome. An American, just a Norman Rockwell painting is what that is. I love that. Little boy's shirt says baseball champ. That's what you are, young man. Pitch outside, 1-2. I remember that shot they had in Anaheim that time, where the guy fought for the ball. He gave it to his little boy, who threw it out of the stands onto the field. I was mortified. No! 1-2, line down left side. Henry's got another base hit. That's extra bases. Roll into the wall in left field. Pollard will go get it. Henry will have himself a stand-up double. I'd love to see this guy back. I'm not in the position of negotiating for him, but in terms of his leadership, I mean, he's like Eckstein. Blocked the play, tough as nails. Works with the young pitchers so well.
Well, I sure don't know if they catchers around are going to take a job, frankly. I mean, he can do the job.
Oh, man.
Backup guy, marvelous.
Blocks balls, great arm. The Latino players, I'm telling you, it's like ducks. They follow him around. They gather around his locker, and he teaches them, what to do, how to be professional. And just awesome. Extra coach. He's gone single, double. He is Drew Macias, taken outside, ball 1. 5-3 Diamondbacks. Now the tying run comes to the plate. Drew has the 1 home run on the season. Facing Rosales. He hadn't pitched since Friday. The 1-0 fastball. Low 2-0. That'll bring the catcher out there to talk to him. Miguel Montero. Northrop Grumman, proud to support the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, fighting for freedom everywhere. That's what they do. People of Northrop Grumman committed to helping protect our nation's security. Five runs, 9 hits to Diamondbacks. 3 runs, 8 hits to Padres. Doug Davis, 6 innings, 7 hits. 3 earned runs, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts. A sac fly, 112 pitches. That's up there. Not too many pitchers get to that mark these days. Stepping off, looking to run her back. Blanco at second. 2 innings with a hit and a run in that start against Milwaukee, the outing rather, on the 11th for Rosales. Pitch in the air on the 2-0. That'll be the right fielder. That's just enough. And Macias, 2 consecutive walks. Now a fly ball to right with a runner in scoring position. Can't get it done. A hit, a man left after 7. 5-3 Arizona, Double X 1090. San Diego Padres Radio Network. Padre baseball. On to the top of the 8th. And just as Joe Thatcher had warmed up, Buddy Black is going to come get him and make the change now. Wait, did you enjoy that break? That's like another one. You talk about a parade. Looks like Luis Perdomo, who was warming, is going to get in the ball game. Padres came back and tied in the 6th. Then 2 for the Diamondbacks against Russell. 1 unearned in the 7th. And a 5-3 lead is what they have here going to the 8th inning. Yep, it'll be Perdomo. Man, these rookies have been out there. Every single one a rookie used today. That's got to be some kind of record, if not Padre record, in MLB. There's the pitching change back in 2 minutes. Double X 1090, San Diego Padres Radio Network. Thatcher out, the righty Perdomo in, and with a 2-run lead, stay with Burns. That's exactly what they'll do. The left-hander Zavada is warming for Arizona. 5-3 Diamondbacks. Get this, nobody throwing in the Padre bullpen. That hasn't happened since the 4th. Fastball by Perdomo. Outside ball 1. Luis has been better and better and better. Pitch delivered. High, 2-0 to Burns. He had the home run and the big RBI double yesterday. 1 start, 2 off the bench for their former starting outfielder, both center and left. Tremendous injuries the last couple of years. I mean, hamstrings that were, I hate to say it, they said off the bone, needed major surgery to reconstruct them. And you just can't play. There's no way like that. Fouled away on the third base side. 2-1. Home run yesterday was number 6. A 5-3 Diamondback lead. Pesky. Annoying. But you can't just because, they've got more losses than you, or they're in the cellar and you're not. You have no idea what's going to happen. Game to game, series to series. Again, fastball high. 3-1.
You're right about this Burns. He was the best player in the ball club a couple years. Nobody close to him.
Getting the big contract, and not that that has anything to do with it. Just tore both hamstrings, not one. 3-1. Fastball high. Another lead walk. Thatcher 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. 7th pitcher of the day, following Mujica's 4 2/3 in his second major league outing. Top of the order, Chris Young. No relation to Chris Young, as we've told you. On the Padre DL.
It's too short.
I miss watching Chris Siwa pitch.
Yeah.
Battler. Big loss. Thank goodness that LeBlanc and Stauffer have been so good. Set Perdomo, bunted, foul back. Had no chance to bunt that thing.
That was a bat. He would have hit a line drive to right field if the ball connected with the bat.
And that's Luis's changeup. Been the fastball, he wouldn't even get the bat up. Padres scored first for the first time in the series. Got 1 in the 3rd. That was a race with a 2-run 5th. 1 more in the 6th. Tied did the boys at home in the 6th, and then 2 in the 7th off Adam Russell. You're up to date. No home runs. Throw to first. Burns on the bag. Does have 8 bags this year, caught 3 times. They run pretty well. They're 5th in the league in running. Stealing bases. Swing and a miss. Now that's the fastball to Young. 0-2. Rockies and Giants again tonight in San Francisco. The Dodgers have defeated Pittsburgh 3-1 in Dodger Stadium. One of the 3-day games in the senior circuit today. 0-2 Perdomo. Great slider. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. One away after the lead walk to Burns. Here's Stephen Drew. Top of the 8th. Lovely little breeze. Blowing Old Glory and the state flag and so forth out in right field. In that corner there beyond the right field foul pole. Billowing, as it were. You call that billowing? That's what I would call that.
Rippling, something.
Rippling
like
is good.
Yeah.
Judges will accept rippling and billowing. Very nice. Perdomo set. Pitch on the way low. What'd you do today, Jay?
Trying to think.
Go ahead, take your time.
I got up early, you know.
Always.
And let's see, I came to the ballpark. I was here at 9 o'clock. No one else was here.
Always.
Yeah. Walked around, checked things out.
Stirred stuff up?
Yeah, that's right.
1-0 in there. Strike. Nobody can do it like him. He's up in the press box of the clubhouse. Jerry will say, come on, let's get this game started. Hey, you better pitch well today. Hey, you. I want some hits out of you.
No.
And they
I
listen,
went to
too.
see Bud, and he was talking to somebody in his room, and he said, well, I'm not ready yet. I said, okay, well, when you get ready, let me know. And I went in the second time. He said, are you ready? No. So, third time he came out.
1-1. There's a shot down there, short hop. Oh, beautiful by Cabrera. Backhand flip to second. The return throw on the double in the dirt, and a backhand pick by Salazar. Boy, that's what I call the big D. That is defense. That was a nasty hop to Cabrera. He makes the stop, and then without looking, just with his back to second base, flips it to Edgar Gonzalez in the return throw. Now that is a spectacular 6-4-3 double play. Everett, you can flat out pick it, son. That Padre double play. Brought to you by Sequan Casino, San Diego Staycation Getaway. Done the Diamondbacks. Going to the bottom of the 8th by 3. Arizona, double X 1090. San Diego Padres Radio Network. You know. Now the lefty, Clay Zavada, out of the 2 different stays in independent league teams.
What to say, never heard of him, for heaven's sake. Where'd he come from? The moon?
The independent league.
Yeah.
8-9 leadoff. Luis Durango in his major league starting debut has laid down a couple of dandy bunts. He can do it, and he and Cabrera are just absolutely lightning fast guys. A strike delivered by the lefty Zavada. Durango from the right side, the switch hitter, of course, takes outside.
They're giving Zavada a big role here. It's only a 2-run lead. It's not like they're 10 games ahead or 10 runs ahead.
Will Venable in the on-deck circle to hit for Perdomo. After a nice inning for Luis, again, 1-1 foul back. Terrace, where all those balls come in that first section on the first base side.
Well, you're right about that Durango. A couple of great bunts, one base hit, and there was thrown in there, got him to second. Another bunt single, sacrifice, but he bunted all day long.
Buddy Black used 7 pitchers, third here for A.J. Hinch. Fly ball down the right side, up and into foul territory. Reaches, can't get it.
Ooh,
smacks his head there and his body against the rail by the stands, right in the area of the bullpen mound for Arizona. And his bullpen teammates are making sure he's okay, and he is.
Yeah, Upton's 4 for 4 today. You don't want to lose him. He's the best player in the ball club right now with that bat.
That's why the Padres pad that
Yeah.
for both players, the teams on both, guys on both sides. That has not always been the case in other ballparks, I assure you. They fought with Marge Schott when she owned the Cincinnati Reds to pad their outfield walls, and she would not spend the money. And I'm telling you, guys got hurt. Opposing guys and Reds players. No offense, but she was cheap. The 1-2 on the way. Luis takes outside.
Well, you were in New York. Pete Reiser was a guy who racked himself against the wall at Ebbets Field so often. They put the first padding ever in the baseball ballpark.
Oh, he would go full speed right into the wall like
Yeah.
it wasn't there. It was just uncanny.
Amazing.
The 2-2. Barrel back. He's got a nice quick bat, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's okay. Little guy, but who knows? Doing okay. Can run like a deer. Had 44 stolen bases in the minor leagues. Holy smokes. I don't care where you play. That's a lot.
The only negative is that he's still learning how, so he got caught 17 times, which is outrageous. But he'll get better as he learns. Plus, he's got the wheels. You can't teach that. You can teach the rest, though. Pitch inside, and the count's full.
You said that like it's really going to happen. He might get better. You never know. Some guys never get better, but you're right. He should get better.
3-2. Swing and a miss. Zavada coming inside on him. Took a little off the fastball to strike him out. But the kid, as mentioned, his first 2 major league hits. The 2 bunts today. Here is Will Venable, 5-3 Arizona. Will got the start in game 1. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Swing and a miss here. 2 in the 7th. That's the Diamondback difference right now in their lead. They led 3-1 earlier by 2 runs when the Padres tied it in the 6th. Strike 2.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty darn good arm for guys in some kind of what you'd almost call exhibition baseball.
The 0-2. Oh, fooled him badly. Way high, bad swing. 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts for Zavada. Fastball at 91 miles an hour.
Well, guys like Zavada, you know, they're pitching for a job right now for next year. They want to show well, and when they go to spring training, they give them that extra crack.
He was in game 1. 1 inning, 1-2. Actually walked the lead batter. Then came up with strikeouts of Adrian and Headley. Now Durango and Venable, the pinch hitter. And Cabrera takes low ball 1.
We'll go back to the old story, Ted. Can he throw the ball over the plate? That's the key to the whole part of pitching.
Nowadays it's gun, gun, gun. How hard do you throw? How fast? How fast? Fastball strike.
Well, they give you a chance if you throw hard. Doesn't mean you're going to make it. If you walk 10 people, that doesn't help. But if you can throw hard, get the ball over the plate, boy, you've got a chance to be a good pitcher.
Cabrera shot down to third, having played perfectly. Mark Reynolds on the grass, in at third. Grab and throw, 1, 2, 3. Wow! What do you know? Padres have been retired in order for the first time by Arizona pitching. They've had their chances, but they've left 10. They go 1, 2, 3 in the 8th, so we go to the 9th at Petco. 5-3 Diamondbacks, Double X 1090. San Diego Padres Radio Network. On to the ninth inning. And a 5-3 lead for those pesky, annoying Diamondbacks. Credit to them. They've won the first two, won in extra innings by 4-2 counts. Now they have a 5-3 lead to the top of the ninth. Cesar Ramos, the latest Padre this year to make his major league debut. Another guy, top draft choice that had arm problems like Carrillo did. Carrillo's come back and made his debut, and now Ramos will do that also. Supplemental round pick in the 05 draft. 35th overall. The lefty from Pico Rivera delivers a fastball outside to Justin Upton. Ball one. Eighth pitcher for Buddy today. The 1-0 is outside. So let's see. Mujica came in with 70 major league innings. So if you're over 50, he's not a rookie. But everybody who's followed him today, after Edwards' second major league, except for Sean Gallagher, all the rest are rookies. Wow. 6 out of 8 pitchers. That doesn't happen often. Sure, they'll be checking with the Elias Sports Bureau in New York. Looking up. They will.
They have it.
Run it to the computer. They'll get it. Ramos on the 2-0, right back at him. I think it brushed his glove or body, and Karam's the second base. Edgar coming on in, can't get it. We'll leave it on the bare hand try on the deck, but that's a base hit anyway, and would not have gotten Upton with his speed. Upton aboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. That's all. Yeah, we kept the Padres had done a nice job keeping him in check
Until today.
Until the Lightner curse started. When by beginning of the game, saying, "Boy, they kept that Upton in check." Crack, crack, crack. Pitch to Montero from the lefty to the lefty is a strike call.
He's saying, "Check, please."
She whiz. Ramos delivers. It's in the air on the left side. Cabrera has been going out on pop-ups all day. He'll go way out there, but as he should. The other rookie, Durango, will call him off. Here's a couple of rabbits out there. Greyhounds, these guys run. Oh, man. Catch is made by Durango. One away.
All right, who wins the foot race between those two guys, Cabrera and Durango?
I haven't seen enough of Durango, but what I saw today, if I had to make a choice today, it might be Durango by a step.
I think I got Durango in that race, too.
Oui.
By a nose.
We should do that for charity. Get big bucks.
Be good.
Yes, indeed. Here's Mark Reynolds. 3 more strikeouts for the home run strikeout champion. And foul back. That was Mickey Mantle's line at a New York banquet one time, looking at the 5,000, whatever it was, strikeouts. It's just amazing numbers. He said, when you look at it, I swung and missed for an entire year. Yes, that's one way to look at it. But look at the other side of it, as Reynolds tells people, hey, I got 42 home runs, too. There's way out in front of a breaking ball, swing and a miss. Nothing in 2. The curveball from Cesar Ramos. Came up on September 8 when the Portland season was done. 14 starts with Portland, a 4.6 with a 4.33, which, as we tell you, in that big-time hitters league, the PCL, that's pretty darn good. He had that left shoulder impingement, cost him much of the year. The 0-2, good fastball, swung on and missed, strike 3. Reynolds, 4 big ones. That's 200 right now. 200 after his 204 set the all-time Major League record last year. Consistency is very important.
Absolutely right.
And he is.
You're going to strike out 200 times one year, do it again. Prove that you can.
Nobody ever had. And now you're going to do it twice. You've done it twice. Mark Reynolds, we salute you.
Yes, we do. I'll tell you what, though, those Diamondbacks won't care as long as those home run numbers continue to climb as they have.
No question. I'll take them. Parra is 0 for 4.
He's played a better third base, too.
Cesar's a dirtbag. Somebody tuning in saying, that wasn't very kind.
Can't believe you.
Call him that. But Long Beach State, the other teams are the 49ers, but the baseball team call themselves the Dirtbags. Living in Pico Rivera now, born in L.A., went to El Rancho High School. He's 25. He delivers. Good fastball. Throwing it past him. Swing and a miss. See, if things line up there and the planets align and Carrillo can get back to where he was before the Tommy John surgery and Ramos could contribute, we've seen Stauffer in a blank much better. I think the starting pitching is night to day from what we thought about, Andy and I, in spring training. 5-3 Diamondbacks. Fastball. Blew it past him again. 0-2. 93 miles an hour.
Those are the good problems to have in spring training, deciding which of the great arms to keep. Those are good problems.
Cesar definitely in the mix if he can stay healthy and come on back. Diamondbacks by 2 here in the top of the ninth. Upton at first with 2 gone. Fastball's fouled back in the upper tank on the third base side. In the bottom half, 2, 3, 4 scheduled. Keep in mind, Adrian's on the bench and available. Gwynn, Oscar Salazar, Chase Headley. It's Vasquez, not Gutierrez, in the save situation, warming. As Merling Vasquez fouled away. Harris, third base. 14,377. Attendance for the day. The lefty set. Fastball. And a bloop left field. Coming on with a dive. No, Durango can't get it. Coming in, hit for a slide and dive and can't get it off the glove. He'll come up firing to third base. Not in time to get Upton. Single for Parra. His first hit of the day. 4th of the series. He'll take second on the throw to third. Here's the first baseman. Another left-handed swinger here against the lefty Ramos. Brandon Allen.
Yeah, Durango did not get a very good first step on that. Started back and then came in and knuckled a bit on him.
Hit him in the face, too.
It did that, too.
Ouch. I think it bounced off the grass, then caromed into his face. The 11th hit for the Diamondbacks. Second of this inning. Padres have 8 hits. No long ball on this warm afternoon. That's unusual even for this park. The big curveball is up and in to the left-hand hitting Allen. Last 3 plate appearances, single, walk, walk. Just like good bat speed, decent first baseman, but not good numbers since his call-up. Pitch is a fastball high. They were the Tucson Sidewinders. Now they're in Reno as their AAA club of the PCL. And they're leaving Arizona for spring training. And will be coming to Phoenix. The 2-0. Fastball high, 3-0 for the first time here in the top of the ninth. Their charter jet is at Lindbergh. They use the same company in Phoenix that the Padres use for their planes, for their trips. The 3-0 with runner second and third. First base open. Fastball taken all the way for a strike. Got to hold them here, have some drama at least for the bottom of the ninth. This charter jet thing, I can't begin to tell you what it used to be like in commercial flights in the old days. I appreciate it so much. 3-1 in the air, down the left field line. Durango and Everett flying after that ball. Durango coming on into the foul territory and a running one-hand grab. Athletes, they got athletes to cover these big outfields in San Francisco and Denver and San Diego. That's a great change of pace. No runs, 2 hits. Cesar Ramos in his major league debut. A couple of singles, a strikeout, and leads a man to the bottom of the ninth. 5-3 Arizona. XX 1090 San Diego Padres Radio Network. Tony Gwynn leads off. See what the boys got in him. Right-hander Esmeralda Vasquez. Fastball outside his second appearance, first in the closing role here today. After Gutierrez got his fourth and fifth in game 1 and 2. Salazar on deck, Headley to follow. Squares to bunt. Nice idea, Tony. Takes outside. 2-0. Got to get the rabbit on. (5-3) Arizona. Cox Communication Studios. 2-0 pitch. Fastball inside corner for a strike. Vasquez, 49th appearance. A 3.49. Looking for his first save of the year. The 2-1 outside. T. Gwynn taken. 3-1. The man, the kid. He's a man now. Got 2 daughters. Come on, kid. He knows the strike zone. He's a Gwynn, for heaven's sakes. The right-hander Vasquez, 6'1", 170. Dominican Republic. The 3-1 pitch on the way. Fastball low. That gets a man aboard. That brings the tying run to the plate. Bottom of the ninth. Zavada, 1 inning. 1, 2, 3, 2 strikeouts. First Arizona pitcher to retire the side in order against the Padres today. Oscar Salazar. Well, Adrian has the bad shoulder. Headley is on deck. Right-hander Salazar. Got to figure if you're going to use him, would have been right here. Which tells us that that shoulder is bad enough to keep Adrian out of the ballgame. Pitches again outside after the walk. Salazar wisely taking it, and they're going to have a little chat on the mound there. Mel Stottlemyre Jr. is out there to talk. Jerry broadcast Yankee games when Mel Sr. was a big-time pitcher for the Yankees, but at the time the Yankee talent had gone way down, and Mel was the dominant guy on the staff. That damn old Yankees got old, and then they were not very good at that time. After dominating for like ever. Scott Schoenweiss, left-hander, gets up. Wallman down the right field line for the Diamondbacks. Second time in the game they've had a 2-run lead. They were 3-1 when the Padres tied in the bottom of the 6th. Pin singles Hundley. Sac fly Tony Gwynn. Next pitch. Salazar pops it up. Coming on back a play halfway to the stands. The catcher, Montero, backpedaling, makes the grab. Got under a fastball. Unable to move the runner. 1 gone. Here's Chase Headley.
I had a feeling that if Salazar got on, you might have seen the lefty to come in and make Chase hit from the right side. His less quote-unquote powerful side. But he'll stick with Vasquez.
Chase on the day, 0 for 3 and a walk. The groundout did get in his 59th run batted in and 4th of this series. Good production there. Vasquez is fastball in there for a strike. 5-3 Arizona, 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Vasquez inning in the 3rd. All 4 in a row, struck out 2 of them. In game 1 Monday, off speed and foul back by Chase. 0-2. His changeup's his best pitch, always has been. 0-2 fastball up and in. 1-2. He was their minor league pitcher of the year back in 07. Had a shoulder injury at the beginning of last year. Actually hurt it in the Arizona League in the fall. They carried over into spring training in Tucson. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball down. Great location. Strike 3. Headley, second strikeout of the game. 2 outs with the runner at first, Tony Gwynn. Adrian Gonzalez will give him a shot here, hitting for brother Edgar to try to tie this thing with 1 swing. He's the best shot. 37 home runs and counting. Missed opportunities, 21 left on base by the 2 clubs. 10 by the Padres of that. 3 errors on Padre-like, 2 on Everett Cabrera. Off day tomorrow for both clubs before this club, after flying home tonight. We'll have the Rockies for 3 and the Giants for 3. Padres will fly out tomorrow for Pittsburgh, about 4 hours. Open up Friday through Monday in Pittsburgh. Breaking ball on the outside corner, a strike to Adrian. Zavada struck him out in the 9th inning on Monday of that extra inning game. A pair of 4-2 finals for the Diamondbacks. Now they lead 5-3. Now the 0-1 is hit to deep left field. I think he might have just timed this ball game. That ball going, Gonzalez. Home run. How about that? How about that guy? You know how difficult that is? That's miracle. That's magic stuff, what that is. Over the left field wall, the 357 sign. Tied at 5 on a pinch home run. 38 adding on to his all-time best season, Adrian Gonzalez. Nice flair for the dramatic, Adrian. Nice done. Nicely done. Fastball away. It was a good pitch, am I right?
It was a very good pitch. Pitcher's pitch. He spoiled it.
The lower deck. Below row 1 of the suites in the Western Meadows building. Henry Blanco takes low ball 1. Give T. Gwynn credit for drawing that walk. That's why it's tied, plus the home run. Henry checks his swing. It's inside, 2-0.
Are you as surprised as I was that with Schoenweiss warming up?
Oh, please.
That A.J. Hinch didn't go get the right-hander and put the lefty in?
I'm surprised. On the one hand, I like A.J. for doing it, as in I don't care about lefty righty.
Yeah.
I go by my gut here. I'm making a decision. And I'm not playing it safe so nobody can second guess me. Now he can be second guessed, but at least he went for it. And you don't see much of that lately.
Not at all.
Pitch inside, a ball 2-0. On the other hand, he got burned. 3-0 to Henry to try to get on here and get the potential winning run aboard. Henry, single, double, 3-hit day. Pitch by Vasquez. Fastball inside. Nicely done, Henry. What a day. 3 hits, a fly ball, and a very, very important walk here to put the potential winner on in the bottom of the 9th with 2 out. Macias, now you'll see Schoenweiss. So, I got a question. How about them Padres?
How about him is right.
Scrappy little bunch. That's our key word for 2009. Scrappy. That beats old. And guys mailing it in. Playing hard. Fighting for jobs. 5-5 in the 9th on a 2-out pinch home run by Adrian Gonzalez, as noted on the bookkeeping. Number 38 RBI, 87, 88. Back in 2 minutes at Petco. Double X 1090. San Diego Padres Radio Network. Veteran Scott Schoenweiss, just recently off the DL. Personal problems big time with depression. Understandable since his wife was found in their home, passed away. 5-5 tie. First pitch swing in Macias. Ground ball second base. Back on the grass. Ojeda to his right with the grab and a throw. This one will be extra innings for the second time in the 3-game series with Arizona. The Padres do not go down. A 2-out home run. Pinch hitting Adrian Gonzalez in the lower deck and left. Drama time. A little bit of magic on to the 10-5-5. Double X 1090. San Diego Padres Radio Network. On to the top of the 10th. 15 extra inning games for both teams. Of course, after the Friday one, the Diamondbacks became a gaudy 10-4. Padres are 8-6. Not bad. Better than some. Better than most. Heath Bell, who's had a tough time of late, gets another chance. Back on a horse. Back on a horse. Adrian Gonzalez to put that gold glove there at first base, taking over after if you just tuned in. 2-out, pinch home run, a 2-run shot to left field to tie it in the bottom of the 9th. 8-9 leadoff batters. Beginning with Augie Ojeda. Chad Tracy, who has not appeared in this series, will be on deck in the 9th spot to hit for Schoenweiss. Heath's pitch, fastball, strike call. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 strikeout. The home run to Mark Reynolds that decided the ball game, a 2-run shot in the 9th yesterday. This one off the end of the bat. Shortstop Cabrera in between hops. Smooth. Quick throw coming in by the time he gets to the grass. Charging in from short, Ojeda, who's had an earlier triple for an RBI, is out to start the 10th inning. Here's Chad Tracy. .228, just not hitting. Not overly healthy the last couple of years either. This year, 7 for 23 as a pinch hitter. That's a 3-0 average, 304. Got a lot of power, got to be careful. Half a dozen home runs. 2 of those, by the way, as a pinch hitter. Ball 1 outside. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball strike. 1-1. Adrian, thanks. I don't know how it goes. This was exciting.
First career pinch hit home run.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Well, you said never on the bench. How can he?
That's a good point.
Starts all the time. There's a slow ground ball foul on the first base side.
That is an excellent point you bring to the table.
See? I get a lucky one every once in a while. Heath has the 61st appearance at 290. Clearly not a save situation. Tied at 5. Heath comes set. The 1-2 pitch to Tracy. Outside corner. Strike 3 call. This looks like Heath Bell. Difficulties against Colorado over the weekend. Couple of losses, couple of blown saves. Recently, Chris Young, top of the order. Another guy with big-time power, but you can strike him out.
He looks about 4 or 5 years younger with no facial hair now.
That'll change his luck.
Yeah.
It was the hair that was doing it. It was a
Absolutely.
reverse Samson kind of a thing. Sure. I see. Very biblical. Fastball, low. As Red Fox used to say, my name is Simpson, not Samson. Whenever somebody expected him to do something really great, nah, you got the wrong guy, man. Simpson. The 1-0 breaking ball inside. I cleaned that up pretty well, too, by the way, because that story, knowing Red Fox, was much different when it first began. 2-0 to Young. Single. RBI double on the day after his 5-game hitting streak ended yesterday. You could clearly hear that call of timeout. Eight-9 leadoff for the Padres in the bottom of the 10th. Same as here for the Diamondbacks. There's the good curveball. Strike call to Chris Young. 2-1. Next year in spring training, Chris Young. Tim Stauffer. Wade LeBlanc. Maybe Correa. Who knows? Mujica, maybe a starter. Maybe Perdomo. Could be the most interesting spring training I've seen, God willing, in a long time. Swing and a miss by Young. 2-2. Heat, 62 strikeouts coming in. This one. Check swing. They appeal. No. 62 innings. This will take him to 63 and has 69 strikeouts. Man, the numbers of Thatcher, Gregerson, and Bell, strikeouts per innings pitched, are just some of the best in the National League. Thank goodness, because you got a bad bullpen. You stink. You just can't do it. 3-2 pitch. There's the curveball. Little bit low, ball 4. If he'd have been a dead duck, he was going to take that, as most will, on a hook like that. 2-out walk. Here is Stephen Drew. Man, they're having a good time down there.
Yes, they are.
You take over. I'm going down there with these guys and have a brew and have a good time.
Let's bring the microphone down there. Actually, there is a microphone down there already.
I know. That's what scares me.
Got to have the finger on the trigger, so to speak, over here.
This is a family program, and there's no tape delay. Fastball outside. Ball 1 to Drew. Outfield, straight away. First time ever, Durango, Gwynn Macias, left to right. There's some youth out there, but they can cover some ground. The 1-0, check swing fastball. Inside, he did check. 2-0 for the second time in the batter in this inning with a 5-5 ball game. Top of the 10th. 2 gone. Heath comes set. Runner going. The 2-0. They pitched out. Throw down by Henry. He'll get him, and he did. Oh, Henry Blanco. What an arm. What an arm. Release, arm. You just can't run on Henry Blanco. That's all there is to it. Cross fielding 2-6. That takes care of that. For Drew and Chris Young, a fast guy, gunned down on the pitch out there. Well, Buddy Black, you had it right for sure. To the bottom of the 10th. 5-5 tie. Diamondbacks, Padres in game 3. This is Padre Baseball, Double X 1090. San Diego Padres, ready. A.J. Hinch getting down to the back of his bullpen, and Yusmeiro Petit. He's got to use him despite a 5.84 earned run average in start number 20. 5-5 tie it is here with the 8-9 leadoff batters. Luis Durango, who's put down 2 beautiful bunts for his first 2 major league hits in his first major league start, takes ball 1. David Eckstein is on deck. He'll take a fastball. Luis, you get on now. The guy on deck there will find a way to get you over. David's had the bad neck that's cost him the 2 games of the series and this one. Slapped it on the first base side. Backhand at first. Feeding, and he beats it out. Oh, can he run? We told you, we told you. That can't be an out. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Gets it down again. Little slap bunt here, little slug bunt they call it. And he just flat out beat him to the bag.
That pitcher took a bad angle toward the bag too. It wouldn't have mattered. As long as that ball gets into that little triangle over there, past the mound, in front of the first baseman, in front of the second baseman, good luck.
A 3-hit day in your major league starting debut. First 3 major league knocks. Not one left the infield. Doesn't matter. Now Eckstein. I'm assuming Sacrifice will be on big time. A throw to first base. Durango's on the bag.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure he can do much more than that right now with that neck the way it is.
Good point. Durango, the Panamanian, played for the Panama team in the World Baseball Classic in March. Pitch on the way. David squares, takes it high. Ball 1 from Petit. Schoenweiss, 1 batter. Got him. Vasquez in the ninth, though, 2/3. With 2 hits, 2 runs on a 2-run pinch home run for Adrian Gonzalez to send it into the extra inning. 1-0 pitch. Squares off speed and does not offer. 2-0.
Well, that element of speed really changes the entire complexion of a team and a game.
The 2-0 on the way. Squares takes a strike. Didn't offer. Called a strike. 2-1. Now let's be honest. Padres haven't had speed in eons. They've just been a very station-to-station club. That's what people would call him. Wasn't Bochy bunt more? A, it's not a high percentage play. B, you can't even get those guys over. They're so slow. That was then. This is now, as Jerry would say. The 2-1. Bunted it. Foul back. Almost hit him. If he didn't bunt it, it would have smacked him. 2-2 to Eckstein.
I'll keep it on with David. I have confidence. I think Buddy Black feeling the same way. That he can get a bunt down with 2 strikes.
11 sacrifice hits. Tied for 10th in the National League. 5-5 tie, lead man on. Fast guy, that Durango. Petit on the 2-2. A little bit low. Oh, that was close. Squared the bunt, took it a full count.
Now you got a decision to make.
You send him or not?
I think I might try to send him here just because, again, I think David's kind of limited as to what he can do at the plate. He may surprise me, and knowing how scrappy he is, could pull something out of his bag of tricks, but Durango's speed, you got to give him a second.
Petit, another Venezuelan from the Mets, traded to Arizona. He'll go to first base. Luis Durango reaching back, not close. 5-5, bottom of the 10th. Lead man on, nobody out. This is the key to the inning, no question. Petit glove about chest high here, the right-hander. Runner goes, 3-2, fastball, foul back. He was indeed, as mentioned, running. Forrest Gump thing right there.
Run, Luis, run.
That's my favorite. When fans call the Alabama Athletic Department. What year did he play here for Bear Bryant? It's a movie.
He didn't.
He did not. And I'm talking a lot of calls. Okay. Set. Going 3-2. A high fly ball. Down the left field line. Hooking foul and is foul. Send him twice. Going on back.
Maybe the third time will be the charm here.
The rookie left-hander Schlereth getting up for Arizona. Got up yesterday. Did not get in the ball game. Signs from Glenn Hoffman. Third base relay from Buddy Black in that dugout on the first base side. Durango at first will draw a throw. Yeah, he was leaning, but he gets back easily. Five on the Adrian Gonzalez 2-run, 2-out home run in the bottom of the ninth. Same old, opposite way with Buku power. Petit set, Durango going. Not as good a jump this time, but it's fouled down the right field line. Getting tired, Luis, huh?
That's because Mr. Scrappy keeps putting bat on ball. Not in fair territory, but David always giving it that professional at bat.
David Eckstein. 1 home run this year, but it tied a ball game in the bottom of the ninth. Here he is in the bottom of the 10th. Tie game. Outfield. Very shallow in center, especially Young. Among the outfielders. Yasmero Petit, runner going. Pitches a high fly ball into center field. Young will come on in. He's calling. Shallow and makes the grab. Nice at bat, but just could not move the runner. Everett Cabrera, he's won a ball game. Will walk off earlier this year on a bounding ball up the middle.
Would you dare have Everett try to bunt for a base hit here again, knowing the defensive prowess or lack thereof of this infield, and force a guy like Reynolds to try to make a running play in and get the run to second base? But then again, you're putting pressure on Tony with 2 outs.
True. What I'd rather see is Durango steal the bag.
That would be number one, and then maybe even have Everett bunt at that point. Get a runner to third.
Big shadows all of left field now, and the first part from home plate to the mound in total shadow. 5-5 tie, bottom of the ninth with 1 out. The pitch is way outside, ball 1. Was not bunting.
That was fun to guess along here with strategy with every pitch.
Singles his first 2 at-bats, and both on the infield. His hits never left the infield. All 3 for Durango never left the infield. They still count. I checked. The 1-0 by Petit going and foul down the left field line. Got a good jump this time. Second best one he's had so far.
He's getting worn out. Poor guy is running back and forth between first and second.
Intriguing young man, Luis Durango.
We saw him in spring training a couple times running down balls in the outfield and could not help but notice that blinding speed he has.
Yeah. But you know, same old stuff. He's got to be able to get on.
Absolutely.
And hit. And he did that at 280 for San Antonio AA for TK. Terry Kennedy, the 1-1. Low and outside. 2-1. I went downstairs. I didn't see Terry. He's here. He's going to be on the last trip.
Yes, sir.
Padres always reward coaches from the minor leagues on a rotating kind of a basis, especially the ones who do well, and put them on the road with the big club for September, like they do call-ups of players. Former Padre catcher for the '84 championship club. 5-5 tie. Durango at first, 1 gone, bottom of the 10th. Petit on the 2-1, runner going again, swinging a foul at the plate. Or was it swung on and missed and then dropped? It was swung on and missed and then dropped. He's got the bag at second. Couldn't tell. I thought I heard a click off the bat, but not the case. Swung on and missed. Durango, in a day where he has his first 3 major league hits in his starting debut, has his first stolen base. Assuming the lefty Schlereth will face the lefty Tony Gwynn, who is on deck now with 1 gone and a 2-2 count on Cabrera. Venezuelan right-hander on the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball right side. Could get through. Dive first baseman. Dive second baseman. It's a base hit. Here comes Durango. He'll slide. He'll touch the plate. The ball game's over. The ball game's over. Speed. 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 You either got it or you don't. You can't coach it. They got it with Cabrera. They got it with Gwynn and Venable. And maybe the fastest of all, Luis Durango, who got the bag at second. Flying home to win the ball game. 6-5 in the bottom of the 10th. Magic time for the Padres. Do not give up. Scrappy guys. Got to love that. They will not be swept here by the Diamondbacks as they were last July in Phoenix. They will win this one today. What a debut for Luis Durango. We got the wrap coming up. 6-5 Padres is the final. Back in moments. Double X 1090. San Diego Padres Radio Network.